Nice. Okay, guys.
There we go.
There we are.
There we
Sorted
go.
out.
We got the kinks figured out. And welcome everyone to game number 1 between MBL and Vivi here. Do bear with us with Capture Age. It is a new thing for us to get into. But as you can see, MBL is going to be spawning down to the southeast in the blue. He'll be playing in the blue for the rest of the series. And he's playing as the Celts. While Vivi, aka Fat Dragon, is up to the north here in the red. He'll be playing in the red for the rest of the series. And he's playing as the Franks.
Neither of those civs are what we expected to see in the first game. We were like Miso civs, Chinese, Malian, stuff like that. But here, we've got one cavalry civ and one sort of infantry civ, which is not like a first civ pick most of the time. Celts is normally something that sort of comes into the game later on towards the the mid-tier sort of civs. Once you get through your Franks, your Slavs, your Miso civs.
Right. But Celts also have that possibility to be very aggressive early on, coming forward with towers perhaps, coming forward with early men-at-arms that move a little bit faster, so they're able to catch archers that are trying to micro them down.
That's true.
We may see that kind of playstyle out of MBL here. What better way to start the series than to trush the infamous Trusher? Could absolutely be a possibility.
Men-at-arm towers, definitely an option for MBL here. Like we might be getting a little bit of a pause, it seems.
Yeah, it seems like we've got a little pause here, and we'll resume in a moment. Thank you, Nico, by the way, for the 82 raid. Good to see AM sending all their supporters over to cheer for MBL.
Knowing Nikov, he's going to say cheer for Vivi.
Yeah, cheer for Vivi, guys. Don't cheer for this MBL guy.
Yep.
And so we're going to be resuming as soon as the game unpauses here. But let's take a quick look at the maps. Maybe we can
now that we can nicely look
zoom
around.
out and look out at what the map looks like.
Smooth zooming.
Oh, that's really
that's
slow.
too slow.
Okay, that's too slow. Yeah, I'm just going to do it
And
like that.
That's just the normal zoom. That's too bad.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay, so that's MBL's map right there.
You can see all of it.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? That right side looks, not the map, I'm saying the whole situation. Being able to see it all. The map itself might not be the most lovely map. We've not really dissected that yet. I'm seeing his stones are in very awkward positions if he wants to do a trush.
For sure. But I think overall his map probably looks pretty good. Like we see here, this right-hand side, that's so easy to wall off of that cliff.
Absolutely.
The safe backwood line. He's already starting to wall off here with the houses, a barracks as well, possibly. That's easily walled off.
The wood line to the south is also joined to the edge of the map, so he can sort of use that as a natural wall to the south of his map
just,
too.
Again, a nice safe backwood line that he can go to, and then he only really needs to worry about this far side on the left area. Well, if we'll switch over, we'll take a look at Vivi's map. His map is somewhat better in the fact that he's got back stones and back golds, but it's much, much, much more open on the front side. Like, he can do some walls around here on the right, use this cliff as well. But then here, it's just this huge hill.
That's going to be an awkward place for him, actually. It could be somewhere that MBL sort of abuses.
Luckily, he's got this little tiny gap here at this backwood line, which you should see pretty soon when he runs past.
Yeah, it looks like you will. It looks like you will. But yeah, that's the front of his base is pretty open, and if he does want to wall out where you're looking, it's really far away, actually. I mean, keep in mind, it looks kind of closer when you're zoomed out, but when you zoom into game, actual game zoom
this is
level,
back to normal size.
Yeah,
right.
It's quite a long way.
This is huge amount of space you have to look
for
at.
sure. And it looks like our game's resumed now. We are back on. I don't know what that pause was about, but we might find out in a few minutes. But so I mean, I'd like to see MBL going forward here. Obviously, the Franks probably want to go into that scout rush, which is very, very standard for them. But of course, what's faster than a scout rush? M@A. And MBL right now is pushing in both of his deer on the other side of the map. And we're going to see that barracks coming down just after 6 minutes. So it's looking like M&A are absolutely on the cards.
I would have preferred the barracks to be just a little bit further forward. Just like 2-3 tiles, and it's just much nicer wall off between these wood lines. Whereas now he sort of has to do like an L shape, which is not ideal, I think.
It's a little bit weaker.
But
I
guess he'll make it work out.
Also, time is of the essence as well. I mean, he doesn't want to have too much villager walking time.
That's true,
also.
Exactly. Yeah, he just wants to get those men-at-arms out as quickly as possible as well, and start getting in the face of Vivi before any scouts come out.
Oh, the scouts are going to find each other on the left side.
Zoom over a little bit faster. There we are.
And
we can look at both at the same time. PogChamp. We can compare the HP. Only the one hit though.
Yeah. But obviously, Fat Dragon does have more HP on his scout overall. I actually thought, looking at that for a second, that
yeah,
scout was
no
dead.
Yeah,
it had no
health
health.
bars
But
are in. There is a hotkey to change that.
okay. Can we look at Fat Dragon's line of sight and actually look at what he sees on the other side of the map? So just see what he's scouting, because he's got to scout that drush, and at the moment he doesn't see it. He's coming in at the back, and he's going to see the main gold. He's checking now to see if anything's been mined out of there.
And we see they all say 800.
Yep, nothing been mined just yet. But he is going to come up now and probably spot the barracks in just a second. There it is.
We see it. But he has missed the leave. Well, I guess not the leave, like the time when the militia have left his base. So maybe he thinks, he hasn't started creating them. Maybe it's like a late man-at-arm rush? Because it looks like he's actually drushing instead of man-at-arms,
It is very interesting, because he's actually skipped loom initially. He's now mined the 10 gold, and he's sending 3 militia forward. But these will not actually be men-at-arms for a while, because they're going to hit right before Vivi here gets up to the feudal age, and MBL's nowhere near to the feudal age yet.
Oh, but look, that's a nice little house there blocking off the gold and the berries. And really, like, this is, I think, the key thing when you're in a battle against the Franks. You want to deny their berries so that they can't get that super fast food gathering, right?
And he's
now
kind of done that.
He's denied 2 vills, but there's still these 2 who are able to happily sit there, gather the berries, and he's nicely walled into the TC, so he can't get into the gold. And it looks like a sort of a defensive man-at-arms coming in here from Vivi. I'm not sure if he planned on that, or maybe it's just a reaction to the drush coming in that he scouted here. But he's just like, okay, I don't worry about these guys. I'm walled off mostly towards my TC. I'm just going to go forwards. By the way, it seems we missed Vivi losing a villager to a boar.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Earlier in the game.
Distracted by many other things.
Yeah,
but
playing around with
he's
these new
done a
features.
really good job of walling this up, actually. He's done like a really narrow wall. But then on the other side, MBL now going to be walling up as well. Much larger walls from him, which is obviously better long term. But obviously a lot more resource and villager investment into that. And will he get them up before the men-at-arms upgrade?
But like some of these walls have only got 40, 17 HP there. He could break through.
Break through quite easily. Oh yeah, that
17?
one's really low. And there it is,
I'm not
it's down.
on the right one. Boom, he's in. Now MBL's like, oh no. Oh no.
MBL's got a problem here.
He's got enough wood for an archery range. He's probably going to drop that pretty soon. And he's got man-at-arms on the way and 1 militia sitting here in the barracks ready to defend. Plus, his man-at-arms are coming home.
Yeah, and he's not lost any villagers yet. He's not even been disrupted that much. His berry gatherers are all back gathering, for example. Right. And he's got 7 villagers on berries right now. So his economy, a little bit messy, but can he... Oh!
Palisade goes down. Palisade goes down and they're in. He has to delete the mining camp to run away.
Yeah, that's awful.
Oh, no. But the man-at-arms get there just in time thanks to that Celt faster-moving infantry bonus, getting there just in time to scare away Vivi's
that weaker army. I mean, the thing is, though, like he's going to have to rebuild that mining camp now. He's obviously not lost any villagers, which is very fortunate. But actually, look at this. The men-at-arms walking away and MBL struggling to take a decent fight here. The lack of a scout in this is actually really hurt MBL, and if he'd have brought his scout over, he may have been able to take a better fight. He's actually added an extra man-at-arm now, so he's done a total of 5, and he's going to try and clean this up, but he's probably invested more than he'd like in this.
For sure. Normally you want 3, maybe 4 man-at-arms. That 5th one means he's going to have to delay horse collar for even longer if he wanted to do that. Maybe if he switches into scouts, he's minus a scout. There's going to be some possible problems for him coming in. But if we switch back over to what Vivi's doing in the back of this, we see he's already got archer production coming out. He's still happily on gold. He's got a very defensive archery range, but he's just sending them forwards, massing them, preparing for his own push to come in.
Yeah, and I mean, you kind of don't expect that from the Franks, men-at-arms into archers. You just sort of assume that they're going to go for scouts.
Right, exactly.
And obviously, men-at-arms into archers is quite interesting. But MBL will catch the archers here.
Oh, yeah.
And
he's trying to chase them down, thanks to that faster speed bonus. But he's having a little bit of trouble getting the hits in.
Well, I don't think he'll actually catch them very easily. It's just if they stop or if they path weirdly that he'll get the catch. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Yeah, so, I mean, MBL sees its archers right now, and he can just throw down a range of his own and go straight into scum.
I would expect him to do that pretty soon.
And at the moment, he's not built the range. There it is. He's doing it now. But that's really delayed, given that, obviously, he's seeded a lot of farms, and he's also had to replace that mining camp as well.
But if we take a look at his resources, though, like we see, it looks like he's trying to get up to castle stage pretty quickly, right? He's 400 food already. He's getting close to 100 gold. He's got 4 vills here. We'll get there pretty soon.
And it makes a lot of sense given that he's fully walled.
Yeah,
and
exactly,
those archers are not breaking through those walls anytime soon. And it certainly doesn't look like Vivi's on stone or or threatening a tower either. So I think MBL's kind of happy with the situation in this game
and
right
he's
now.
Instantly doing the blacksmith as well. So really, I think just a couple of defensive skirms. We see him making those right now, and then get up to Castle Age as quickly as possible to follow this up.
Yeah. It's pretty awesome, and it's so cool to see Capture Age in action. You can see at the bottom right there the text researched as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So you can see who has wheelbarrow and who doesn't without having to check how much food the villagers are gathering from the farms or something like that.
Nice.
It's very, very cool.
And you can just instantly see, do they have fletching? Do they have armor upgrades, for instance? And even just here, you can see exactly how much military each player has and what it is specifically at any stage of the game. It's so nice here.
It's lovely. Next time we see a fight with a lot of micro involved, let's try and zoom in on that.
That's a good shout. That's a good shout.
But at the moment, it's it's a couple of man-at-arms against 6 archers or so. So
not much is happening.
Probably not going to be too much micro involved there. But we do see the Castle Age upgrades. Yeah.
Pretty much the same time, which is interesting considering how much more MBL seems to have invested into farms.
Well, keep in mind, MBL has wheelbarrow while they go up, which is going to be a significant food boost. And we might see that reflected in total resources by the time they reach the Castle Age.
And they've got equal villager counts. He's got 3 less vills, so they've equaled out the 1 lost villager that Vivi had. By the way, for anyone who isn't used to this is the villager population on the left-hand side, and then the right-hand number is military, and then these are idols here in this bracket number. So MBL's got 1 idol floating around somewhere in his economy.
Yeah, as did Vivi. But and then total population is shown next to that. But those fewer villages is obviously that's compensated for the fact that he has wheelbarrow at this point, and that's pretty good given that he's going for skirm here, because obviously a little bit more food required for skirms and archers not needing any food at all. And
Vivi not microing his archers at all, no patrol, nothing like that, and MBL is just picking them off. Look at them go. He's got huge KD right now.
Look at that. Where is the KD shown on the overlay here?
Just
there it is.
down here.
Okay.
So we see 12-3 versus 313, including the 1 lost villager to a boar.
Yeah, MBL is looking very solid. And Fat Dragon now needs to consider what to do next. It's going to be a Siege Workshop drop.
He sort of has to, right? He's got no other option. He wanted to get crossbow. But, when you lose most of your archers before you even hit Castle Age, well, that's not really viable anymore.
Yeah, and MBL, meanwhile, doing full trash, picks up a villager. And we'll be doing pikemen and maybe even elite skirm here, just from 1 range and 1 racks, while simultaneously adding in a second TC.
And a forward siege workshop as well.
Oh, I didn't see the forward siege workshop, but yeah, there it is. And now you've got a knight coming out from Fat Dragon. Obviously, that was in response to seeing the skirms, but now there's going to be pike on the field. And MBL is going to be in a decent position to push this.
Yep. By the way, we can actually see the new TCs popping up here on the mini-map.
Oh, fantastic.
This little grey little square here. Now it's blue. It means the TC's been finished, but we don't really want to look away from these units because at any moment, there could be a mangonel. Oh, boy, there it is. Are we going to see a shot?
Oof. No, not quite.
Not really. Not at the moment. I don't think MBL wants to take a fight right now until he has his own mangonel.
Looks like we've got an issue with the frame rate. I'm not sure what that's about, but we can look into that maybe at the end of the game. I don't know. I'll have a look into that afterwards. I think it's probably we're actually streaming on 2 PCs, so Capture Age is not on the streaming PC, so Capture Age isn't lagging at all. We'll try and fix that afterwards.
Maybe the capture card's just having trouble picking it up.
No, it's not that. It'll be the encoder settings. But so MBL going to be coming forward with all the pikes and actually doing a pretty good job. He doesn't kill the mangonel; it actually gets repaired up, and Vivi starting to clean this up a little bit here.
Right, but his knights, most of them, they're pretty low on HP here. They're both less than half health, so any pikemen that hit them are basically going to clear them up instantly. But we see the defensive sort of scorpions to help counter the pikemen roaming around, and that's a nice mangonel shot, just flattening that scorpion before it can deal any damage.
Yeah, well, the problem is really that the mangonel counters the scorpion so hard. It's very difficult to utilize scorpions in this situation. I think just you just got to get those mangonel trades and clean them up. But he's actually throwing down a monastery as well, which is interesting. I don't know, maybe he'll try and get redemption and convert the mangonels.
Does Franks get redemption?
I'm not
think so. I think it's more likely just to heal up his knights and occasionally convert a pikeman. I think that might be the more likely thing.
Yeah, because he doesn't get redemption. So yeah, that's not possible.
And we see MBL dropping a forward barracks and another stable here. So he's going all in on this offensive, really. He's got 2 TCs at home. He's not dropping the third. He's preferring more military here to try to secure this area, which we see he's already doing, right? Vivi's running away from his main gold. He didn't finish his berries. Only 44 food. Not that important. But he's threatening to take down a lot of these military buildings pretty quickly.
Yeah. Vivi needs to do something about these mangonels, and at the moment, like, a monk is not going to help his situation. What does he do? Convert a pikeman? Like, how is that useful in any way? He's actually just going to try and counter-attack. And is there an overchop anywhere? Is there anything that he can, any holes anywhere he can find a way in?
Can't see any. It doesn't look like there's any. The best thing is, if he could break a palisade when MBL's not paying attention, but we see instantly preparing the houses to drop down. Looking around the other side of his base, like, there's a TC here on the gold. You can't really break in on this side too easily.
And meanwhile, he's lost that monastery on the front that he was dealing with before. And he might lose more buildings here as well. So this is very awkward. He is on the gold at the back of his base. So he does have access to that there.
That's true. Right here, back here, up on the hill. Lots of villagers on gold. Not that many on wood, to be honest. Like, I would expect him to be putting more villagers on wood to replace the buildings that are being destroyed to make these defensive mangonels that he needs.
Perhaps. I mean, the thing is,
the mangonel pops out. Oh, 1.
Can he get 2?
Get 2?
He might get 2. Oh,
shoot.
He could have got 2 there.
He still can. Shoot.
Okay. Oh, he does get 2.
2
That's
for 1.
pretty good.
That's good. That
if I was Vivi, I'd run
chance.
my knights in there. But unfortunately, he's lost a few knights on the other side. But he's going to bring a couple over now.
Oh, he could even snipe this one mangonel that's just popped
maybe
out
just
right in front
pick
of
it
him.
off. No. MBL's paying close attention here.
He's on the ball. And for those asking, where is the game clock? It's just down here underneath the Capture Age logo. I know we're all used to it being in the top left, but that's where the scoreboard is. It's down here.
We're trying to get used to this as we go.
No, I keep doing the same thing. I keep looking at the top thing. What's the game time? Nope, it's not there. I got to look down the bottom. But we see here on the left-hand side, a couple of pikes trading off against these knights. I think it's a fairly equal trade there to begin with, but with these more pikemen coming in here.
But he has baited away a lot of the pikes from the mangonels. This could be an opportunity to go for the mangonels here. And he does trade off 1 for 1.
1 for 1. We just missed one there. And that's another siege workshop coming down from MBL. He's going real hard here in this aggression.
Going ham.
And remember, he's still got the extra TC. We see Vivi, he's just about to drop a TC over here on the right-hand side to secure some more wood and some gold. But he's already, nearly 20 vills behind.
Yeah, it's not going to get easier for him.
Yeah,
MBL adding a third TC as well on the front. So we are going to see 3 TCs against 2. So MBL will keep his villager production advantage. And, I mean, he's just carving a path straight through the middle of Vivi's base right now. He's going to be knocking on that TC very soon. And I mean, MBL's probably a bit hesitant. He's like, well, surely Vivi's got something.
Right.
But actually, no.
He's got basically no army whatsoever. He's got, oh, there we are. And he's just calling the GG.
Yeah.
He's recognized, like, these mangonels, the range is about to go down. He's just built another siege workshop in the back of his base. But by the time he has mangonels, the pike mass is just going to keep increasing. More mangonels coming out the front from 2 siege workshops.
Yeah.
It's a tough position for him to be in.
Yeah, and obviously Celtic Siege firing that much faster, allowing him to do that much more damage over the course of the game. And MBL there, I mean, it's interesting. He added that third TC so late, and purely because he recognized that he needed to keep pushing this advantage. He was in a great position. He was denying the gold at the front, and he was making great progress in there. And obviously, Vivi was making the knights, but he couldn't really achieve much with them at all, given that there was just so many pikes on the field for
so many
MBL.
pikes and so many walls as well. And I quite like this TC being here on the stone mines, because, once he gets enough stone, he can come forwards, drop a castle right here, denies the gold, denies the stone, and helps secure the front of this base if it went in to a longer game.
Yeah, continue to just improve his position,
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
So do we want to look at the post-game achievements? I have no idea how to actually get to the post-game achievements. I think I have to tab back into the
Oh, really?
original
Okay.
game.
Well, we can try. We can
Okay,
see how it works.
Out of full screen. Switch into this one. There we are. Okay, so we can
Nice.
still look at the... Wow, that's...
Oh, that's cool. We get the achievements over the top of the game. That's pretty
Yeah.
nice.
Okay, now we've switched to the correct overlay. Nice.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's just dominant by MBL, really. And
Always ahead, always pushing in, being the aggressor,
yeah, right.
deciding the tempo of the game.
I guess the question is, why was he so dominant? I just think he set himself up really well for the Castle Age. He was fully walled. He was able to transition up to the Castle Age and throw down the Siege Workshop straight away, start making mangonels straight away, and then push forward with Pike and Skirm, which is very ideal against what Vivi was already doing. So MBL was just sort of one step ahead of the curve, and
Right.
Vivi
I feel like
couldn't really
it
respond.
really helped being able to pick off those archers just as Castle Age was coming in, those skirms in the middle of the map. Because that just wiped out basically all of Vivi's army instantly.
Yeah, for sure. But we're actually going into the next game already. I mean, they instantly launched the next one. They don't give us any time to talk about what just happened. Oh no, we're actually just going to go straight into game number 2. And we'll see what we've got this time around. MBL over to the west, this time taking the Aztecs. Strong choice. And Fat Dragon, a.k.a. Vivi.
Over on the right-hand side as the Spanish.
All right, we're
Interesting.
reenacting history here. I'd say Vivi's going to win this one.
You would think, but it's not necessarily how it goes in Age of Empires.
No, not necessarily. So let's take a look at Vivi's map while we're over here.
Oh.
It's pretty awkward, actually. Those gold piles are really awkward. Those second and third ones.
Yeah, it's so far forwards.
And even his main gold isn't great. It's okay.
Like, I think the big problem with him, like, it's nice that nothing's in one spot, so it can't be denied by one tower. But if he wants to defend a gold and a stone, he has to take the forward stone. Otherwise, he takes this gold and this stone, and they're like complete opposite sides of his map, which would just make life so difficult to defend.
Well, think about it. He's the Spanish. He wants to secure the stone.
For sure, yeah, right. He wants to get conquistadors going at some stage of the game.
But if you think, that hill right there could be a great spot for a castle.
Oh,
right
yeah,
in
sure.
front of his
Like,
base.
right
That would
here.
really control a lot of his map, which would be great. And then he could take that back stone quite safely, I think, if he walls up between the wood line and the cliff, and then maybe the edge of the map.
To the edge of the map, right? Like, he can wall this if he wants to be really aggressive.
Just check his boar at the top. I think MBL's hovering around. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
He's stealing the boar away. MBL's going to make... I mean, he's not going to hesitate, is he? He's just going to see the boar, and he's like, yoink, that's mine.
Ah, there we are.
Oh,
I found the hockey.
following.
We can just follow the eagle now.
Beautiful. Look how smooth it is. Oh my god, that is so cool. That is awesome. The master ball aimer in action. Oh, you can zoom in and out at the
Look
same
how smooth
time.
the zooming is.
That's so hype.
Cool.
That
And
is awesome.
We can see on the minimap, Vivi's scout is so far away.
He's not going to stop
Probably not going to stop it unless MBL makes a mistake. And, MBL's been laming boars for years. He'll be fine.
Oh, yeah. He'll be fine. I mean, MBL could also get his own boar stolen.
Oh,
Fat Dragon could go for the boar on the front.
He must have scouted
He's going to do it. He's going to do it. Straight away. Look at that.
Let's switch over to... MBL's got that ball. We'll switch over to the side.
Yeah,
Oh.
we've basically got a boar swap now.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you get your boar stolen, you're really not going to hesitate stealing back. So,
No
and
way.
Vivi's got a really easy boar steal here as well. It's very straightforward.
The thing is, though, any sort of boar swaps like this tend to favor the Miso Civs because they can heal up their Eagle Warrior in the TC, get it back to full health for any feudal aggression, whereas this Scout, it's going to always be 7 health behind, possibly even, one more hit if he's unlucky getting towards the TC.
Yeah, for sure. And that's a problem if there's a Drush or Man-at-Arms play coming in. You want your Scout. Oh, he's got it. That was awful.
Oh, that is so...
But he's got it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, damn. Did he hit that with the TC?
He hit it with the TC twice.
Yeah.
With about 7 villages. Normally...
Let's not lock on the
Let's
Scout.
not lock on the Scout. Let's switch out. Normally, when you do that sort of a TC thing, you get 4 or maybe 5 villages in the TC. He had 6 or 7 there. Did so much damage.
And then when the Vills popped out to save it,
Instantly
bam,
killed it so far away.
I mean, that's awkward,
Oh,
but at
yeah.
least he's got a boar.
Yeah, he's
There's
evened
always
it up,
a silver lining.
for sure. And he has these fairly nice deer close to his base. He can easily just push in there.
Yeah. Now, in this
Which is what he wants.
situation, like both players want to do some kind of Drush Man-at-Arms play. You're obviously in Vivi's shoes going to want to add a couple extra because it's very likely the Aztecs is going to be sending 5 your way. Let's take a quick look at the Aztec map because we do want to see what MBL's got as well. And the front of his base, look at the top of his base. It's so open there.
Oh, yeah.
That's basically unwallable.
This wood line is helpful getting to the edge of the map. Like over the course of Feudal Age, he could wall this up.
It's not like you're going to send out villagers at the start of upgrading to feudal and wall it.
Well, he
might,
but that is a big wall.
Substantial wall.
For sure. And then like that's just looking at the one side of the map. And then this side, you got another big wall here. It's still possible to do it, but it's huge amount of space he has to get there. He's got nice back gold here, but...
And that hill on the front of his base isn't ideal either. Could be a good point for Fat Dragon Vivi to push in from as well.
For sure.
If he goes forward at any point, that's just going to give him good advantages going in towards the front of MBL's base. But MBL's going out. It's just 3 militia.
Which is interesting. Normally you would expect the 5, but maybe just wanting to get up faster. Maybe try to make Man-at-Arms a viable option, I guess, to support or like upgrade his militia if he's able to do some damage. But we can already see over here Vivi getting the walls up. He's already on stone as well.
Yeah, I thought he was going to take that stone because you see where he's walled. That's what I thought he would do. He'd wall here and then here, and then he's pretty secured back there. And he's already going over to stay. Is he just? What's he doing? 26 vills. It's just a straight fast castle by the looks of things.
That's greedy. He's not even mining gold though, so possibly like a tower defense. But like this is totally open, right?
Yeah, right.
Like what is he thinking? Why would you not wall that and like wall up that in case?
He's not built a barracks.
No, he's got nothing.
There's going to be no defensive militia, men-at-arms, or anything, and he's doing
38 HP. Oh,
damn!
You could kill that house there if you wanted to.
Yeah, that one's low. He's going to turn to it.
He's trying, but
there's
the eagle's
going to be no
there
repairs.
In the way.
Oh, there is. Oh, that was pretty clutch actually.
That was
really very nearly getting broken into.
He could have got a quick
he's trying
gate
to trap
there.
them.
He could have got the gate, but just misses it out.
Does MBL see Vivi's backstone? I think he probably does now, but we could have a look at MBL's point of view.
He does. Yeah, he saw the mining camp. He knows that there's villagers there.
That tree is annoying, isn't it?
That should be a...
Yep, there you go.
There we are. Nice.
Just I was thinking that. He's like, yeah, that is annoying.
Let's get rid of
ZeroEmpires. I agree. But I think this isn't too bad. I mean, to be honest, you look at it, both of them going up feudal about the same time. So there's no threat of men-at-arms here. At least not for a while.
Not instantly.
And they're not really doing any damage. The problem is, as you said, Vivi not on gold. He's going to have to utilize the market.
Look at his resources, right? He's got 600 food. He hasn't done loom, by the way.
No, he skipped loom, which is so ballsy in the face of this.
Exactly. So he's dropping the market. He doesn't quite have the wood for a blacksmith, I think. Yeah, there's no blacksmith.
He's close. He's nearly there. But this is really, it's a tight build order, that's for sure.
Now he's doing loom. I'm so confused by this.
Right.
He's only got the one villager on Forage Bush.
Oh, I like this, by the way. I don't know if you noticed that feature.
Where
It's grayed out, or it's slightly transparent if it's not built, so you can tell if it's an unbuilt palisade or not. That's really cool.
So nice.
Here comes MBL with towers, though, and Man-at-Arms upgrade is in as well. He wants to push this. He wants to deny the gold. And this is a really good point, because even if Vivi gets to castle, how is he going to get gold if it's been towered up by MBL?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because you still need gold to make conks as well.
Well, I think you could probably, consider going down to, like, say, this area here. You know, drop...
you could try.
2 towers maybe to defend that. Drop the castle where these houses are. That could work.
Mm-hmm.
That is a fast castle time. 16
I feel
minutes.
Like, OBS may have crashed.
They might just be taking a screenshot.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know what's going on, but our monitors stopped working. But yeah, we'll see pretty soon in the chat, I guess. But it looks like MBL's tower will be creeping in on the left side. That's also going to deny some farms, which is going to be very strong.
I think just that one farm, but it's the cost. It's going to hurt Vivi. I guess his plan is going to be just drop the castle right here, use the castle to take down the towers, and then move on to the gold.
Yes, if he can pull that off, that would be great. And then he'll have a really good power spike, which he can capitalize on, and he'll be in a good position. But it all sort of comes down to that castle and being able to get that up successfully. MBL as well. Oh, that's beautiful. That's going to be...
Does he see this?
Nah, he won't see that.
He can't even house scout for it. He's got no idea that this could happen.
Well, I think he probably knows it could happen, but he may not expect it.
Well, there's nothing he can do about it either. There's no way for him to check for it. at all.
Right.
He's got no military units. He's got no scout to run around there. He's not going to just lead a wall and go scouting the villager. Like, that would just be ridiculous. So he's going to madly try to get as much stone as he can. He's at 400 now. He might get to 500.
Just take the fog of war off a sec, because there's only one villager there, so it's not going to, like, batter those villagers. They could still mine through this, and he could pull off the weak villagers as they get hit.
That's a good shout. That's a good shout.
But yeah, that tower's taken a long time as well, because there's only one villager. So this is good for Vivi. He only needs 150 stone now. And, I mean, yeah, he could probably just mine through that and just bring the weak vills back.
Assuming that he's paying attention.
Vivi fan in the chat. Is this live? Yes, it is.
These are live games.
Oh, look at MBL, by the way, on the left side. He's walling up
the gold
resources.
As well.
And he's full lame mode. Look to the bottom. He's walling up the
all
everything.
the golds. Everything. Wow. Master Ball Lamer, just Master Lamer in general, it seems.
Yeah, absolutely. And here we go. The castle's going up. Good shout. It's in the right place. But the man-at-arms are going to pick a villager quite easily.
Yeah. And the tower could maybe get some villagers if he's not being careful, if they walk too far. Where's this guy going?
No idea where she's going.
She's
not a guy.
Sorry, yeah. Where's she going? MBL could still build another tower up this side, which still denies the goal and is way out of range of the castle.
Man, MBL is just holding no one hostage. God, it's just like crazy. He's denying so much here, and even with the castle going up, taking out the towers, it's still going to be a while before Vivi can get comfortably on gold here.
The thing is that Vivi just sold 200 wood to afford 2 conquistadors.
Yeah,
that's really not efficient market selling to get some military out on the field.
Right, but he also may have the potential to do a lot of damage. Look at MBL's side of the map. See what he's up to. He's wide open.
One defensive tower, dropping a market.
He's not up to castle yet.
Soon, once he gets the market, he could buy the food. Does he have a blacksmith, though? Or any other buildings?
This is still very difficult for MBL. I think he's still... Like, look at that gold. It's so exposed. Look at the wood. Just 2 conquistadors is enough to start really causing trouble.
True. That is true.
And 200 wood for 2 conquistadors is a worthwhile trade.
Oh, and here we are. They're coming in just now, but the tower gets up just in time to scare the one
Can he deny the other tower?
Away.
He's going straight over there. It's the logical place for him to go next.
Maybe.
And we've got a pause,
We've got another pause.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know the goals. They've got no idea about MBL's base. Because remember, he stole the boar on this hill and then went home instantly and then started pushing deer.
That's true. Also, yes, MBL's walls are only 900 HP, but they will still take a while to kill. Like and you're only going to kill them one at a time, right? So by the time you've opened up enough space to start mining it,
exactly.
A bit of time will have passed.
Like probably the fastest way for him to take it down, other than the castle, is to get villagers to bash it down.
Yeah.
But if you're doing that, then you need your villagers gathering resources.
Yeah.
Because you're like on a very low eco strategy here, right? You want to drop TCs at some stage, and at the moment, right, he's got nothing.
Man, I wonder why there's so many pauses this game.
Maybe back smurfing?
No idea.
Maybe there's some lag problems. Not sure.
Yeah, could be. I'll check the lobby. I'll tab out and check it just in case. You never know.
Or it looks like actually Vivi's lost a villager here on the stone mine to MBL's sneaky tower.
Okay.
Interesting.
But I also see a dead unit over here to the right as well. Which is probably a man-at-arms.
That looks like the shield the man-at-arm has.
I think it is. But at the moment, though, I mean, MBL is still wide open. There's still only one watchtower. And if Fat Dragon does come over to the north side, then he may very well deny this tower. We're about to see if he can pull that off right now. Looking at his point of view, we'll see. Yeah, he sees the tower, but he's not going to be able to stop it,
too
actually.
Late to stop that.
Yeah.
But he also sees the blacksmith coming down just now, so he knows MBL's probably not up to castle age right now.
Yeah. And that's interesting. I mean, I wonder if that's going to influence him to add more TCs right now, get ahead economically, or if he'll actually try and sell more resources for more conks to push this advantage right now.
He can't afford to drop TCs. He's got, bottom down and everything. He's got 100 wood, 50 food, 50 gold, 100 stone.
Right, but I think that's because he's still selling resources. He's actually got more conks coming out now. Being queued up. So here he goes. He's in. And yes, there are 2 towers there. Yes, there's a tower in the woodline. But this is a lot of investment here from MBL into these towers. Just static defense,
Okay, there we see the messages from the pause. MBL saying that he needs 1 minute for something or other. And is he going to get that conk? 9 HP? No, manages to get away. just sort of camping here, it seems, in a position between the towers, trying to just see what he can do, and then deciding, nope, just going to go home, mass up my numbers a bit more, get some upgrades.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Vivi taking more stone at home. Interesting decision.
Well, remember, he can't really take the right-hand stone anymore, so he's like, let's just go take the front one.
Yeah. I'm just wondering if he's going to go for another castle or if he's building another TC anywhere. I did just see him spend 100 stone. So I don't know.
He sold 100 stone and then bought some food because he's struggling to keep production going.
I mean, he's really using that market here. And we'll see if this pays off. I mean, he does still have a good window of opportunity to try and do some damage, but it is difficult because MBL has thrown up so many towers, and he's continuing to add towers, and those conks just can't seem to find an angle.
I'm wondering, what do you think MBL's military is going to be? Just like monks and defensive towers, and then...
Well, I think Aztec monks absolutely it's one of the best ways to deal with conks, I feel. Like, regular monks are a bit meh. But Aztec monks are just that much better because of the extra health.
What are these villagers doing?
They're coming forward.
Are they just going to Vilbash down the tower?
You know what? I think they are. I think they are.
Just Vivi things,
fantastic. Right? And hey, you can put his own tower there to, assert dominance. But he's getting a little bit caught by the spears, but with a bit of micro, he's good. And it's easy for Vivi.
It's like such a weird thing, right? You're just like, okay, there's defensive towers, you come forward, build a siege workshop, and get some rams or mangonels. Vivi's like, nah, screw all that, I'm just going to take them down for towers.
Hey, well, there's no backup tower, so easy Vilbash. Look at this. He's got it.
Oh, and he's even got these
villagers too. Lovely stuff.
Oh, boy. He's got to be 5, 6, 7 villages ahead almost.
You've got to love Vivi. MBL, meanwhile, he's just adding more and more spears, which is not the most effective thing to deal with conks, right? Like, they're okay if the conks run into them, but how often is that really going to happen?
Right, you would expect Vivi to micro the conquistadors, right? That's like the main strength of the unit. You would expect like skirmishers or crossbows to be the counter and monks, not spearmen. And
I think MBL is in a pretty bad position at the moment. But on the other side of the map, there's a bit of raiding going on. MBL finding a bunch of villagers mining gold. He's already killed 2. And he may very well kill more. Yeah, you're right. 4 now. And that 5th one may go down as well. So Vivi not really noticing that, I think. Probably too focused on the other side where he's actually dropping a forward tower. And that tower's in range of the gold, so as well as the farms.
And a lot of farms. And it even used it to like take down these towers as well.
Yeah, this is very awkward, and shockingly, MBL is going for a siege workshop instead of a monastery. There's no monastery up.
He's got a monastery next to the siege workshop.
Sorry, he does. It was blending in with the mill. My bad. I was going to say, it'd be pretty crazy not to make a monastery here.
He's on that. And he's even trying to Vilbash down the barracks.
Why not? You got to put those villagers to work, right? Lovely stuff. And on those, obviously, the conks a little close to the barracks there. But let's see how effective these spearmen are. I mean, he might kill 1 conk, maybe 2. But conks? It's just not a good trade,
honestly,
is it?
That's probably a fair trade resource-wise.
Yeah, but it's not in terms of like
what you need to do to stay in the game.
Like, you've got that barracks working, right? That barracks could have been
making eagle warriors, or
doing something else, which could have been more effective. That's kind of what I'm getting at there.
Otherwise, we've got the forward siege workshop coming down. I presume mangonels to try to siege the TC and the bunched up towers. But at this stage, I'm not sure what MBL can really do to defend this. Aside from, I guess, some really lucky conversions, right? He needs to convert 3 or 4 conks without losing any monks.
Yep, and I think he'll need to get Sanctity to increase his chances of doing that. Of course, taking their monks up to 50 HP, quite a considerable upgrade.
Definitely needs that one. And here we see the conversion lines from these monks. Nope. Come on, start converting MBL.
There we go. Look at that. They're like lasers.
It's nice that you get to see exactly which conks he's aiming for. Maybe it's the injured ones. Maybe it's the full HP ones.
Damn, it's super
we can see it.
Well, we can't see it now for some reason.
It's only when he starts converting.
Okay. But he did lose a bunch of vills there on the deer. And I think like Vivi is in such a strong place right now. We may need to see MBL getting a few more monks up before he can really get any conversions in here. This is very difficult for MBL. Vivi is giving him the runaround at the moment. He's going in for the monks as well. 1 down, 2 down, and 2 conversions. But
2 converts with 3 monks. It's almost a fair trade, but it's not enough.
No, there's still too many more conks, right?
Exactly.
Just a lot of momentum in favor of Fat Dragon at the moment. More conks coming across the map, and Fat Dragon Probably going to be adding a second castle at some point as well.
Maybe even thinking about a TC at some stage, or maybe just all in on
all
his
in.
one TC eco.
All in all day, man. All in all day. He's grabbing so much stone right now. He's got like 9 villages or 10 villages on stone in total. So he's going to be doing a forward castle for sure. Calling it.
That's more. The military count is these numbers here on the right-hand side. So there's 6 military for MBL, 14 for Fat Dragon. And then these are the villager counts, and then the idle villager counts in brackets.
Yeah, and the KDs then on the right side. You see, it's looking so good for Vivi right now. MBL, I don't think he'll call it just yet. I mean, I kind of think if he sees that forward castle and he can't deny it, then it's game over. But no, there you go. He's calling it.
I didn't think he would continue going for much longer, right? He can't do anything to really stop this.
It's so hard. Yeah, you're right. It's just, I mean, when the Conks have +2 defense as well, and your watchtowers only have +1 attack.
Yeah, they're fully upgraded, +2 attack and bloodlines. They are tanky beasts.
I mean, when they're running under your towers and they just don't give a shit, you've got a problem.
Yeah, that tells you, maybe I should think about calling this game or doing something different. But, what can he do?
It's kind of just desserts, really, for MBL. He pretty much suicided by, I don't know. He came forward, right? Like, he
tried.
Dropped so many walls and stuff, but maybe if those walls were at his own base to try and defend from the conks.
Maybe.
I don't know. It's difficult to say because his map's so hard.
Is going for the drush into Man-at-Arms instead of just a straight Man-at-Arms rush, right? Because the Man-at-Arms, you're up to feudal age at 10 minutes. The drush into Man-at-Arms, it's more like 11 minutes. So you're 1 minute slower. Your towers are a minute slower as well, and I think that just gives Vivi too many chances to get and do this really, really greedy straight FC.
Yeah, I think so too. And he was really greedy about it. Not a single defensive unit built. Sort of just tanked to the towers, got his castle up, and after that it was
the castle really just
sailing.
signified the change in the game. Right before that, MBL was trying to be aggressive and annoying, and then once the castle's up, the tables turn completely and it's back the other way.
Yeah, and eventually he managed to break down those walls as well. It didn't take him too long. Did lose a few villages while trying to grab the gold in the south, but in the end, I mean, he managed to free up enough space on that gold mine at the top, and he had full map control and, coming forward, hyper-aggressive style, all those villagers coming forward.
That's what Vivi's known for, right?
It's great. It's just really great.
We'll just switch over to the Civ screen now so that we can take a look at what Civs have been played for each player and think about what we're maybe going to see in the next game.
Yep. Well, the Civs, obviously, I don't know, maybe they've not updated them. The scoreboard's not updated either. So,
fair enough. Well,
we can look at the achievements first.
Wait, that's a good shout. Well, press F11.
F11, there you go.
And then we go up here. Achievements.
Perfect.
We get a nice double screen. You can see the game in the background and the achievements.
Yeah, you can see that Vivi was way ahead on resources gathered,
so
everything,
kills.
Right?
Like, even though MBL had the 2 TCs, he never really got ahead in villages because he's constantly, losing 1 or 2 here or there to just, the raiding conks. Oh, look at that greedy castle time. 16 minutes flat without making any military on Arabia. That's just
such a greedy boy.
Like, that's the sort of thing that would make you feel bad to lose against, I think, because you're like, he didn't do anything. He didn't even fully wall or anything like that.
Yeah.
And he just got to castle age, and I didn't punish him whatsoever.
Yeah, I think if he did Man-at-Arms earlier, it would have been more interesting, perhaps. But I guess he didn't want to be too far behind at castle. But he was kind of far behind anyway.
Yeah,
because of how he played it.
Time, 7 minutes, almost 8 minutes slower.
But look at the feudal time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, something seriously wrong there.
Yeah, I think just, doing Man-at-Arms would have been a better call than the drush.
Exactly. And then also, if you look at the villager difference, there was only 6 villager difference, but the resources gathered
is huge.
Yeah.
1,500, another 100 here, another 500. All up, it's like, nearly 2,500 resources gathered.
Yeah. Exactly. For 6 vills difference. All right, let's come out of the game. We can see the Civs there then. Spanish picked in game 2 for Vivi, winning with that. Aztecs for MBL. And then game 1, of course, we had Celts versus the Franks. We've still got so many great civs. I mean, the thing is, when it's Arabia, there's just so many viable civs that even making some kind of predictions is difficult.
Yeah, well, we tried to predict it, and then we were just like way out for the first game.
Yeah. Maybe we can also fix it so that in the next game we have the health bars, different colors.
For the hotkey for that.
Okay. There's so many hotkeys. We have like a whole sheet with hotkeys.
Yeah,
It's great.
I've got my cheat sheet with notes on what hotkeys I need because I'm taking my time trying to learn them all.
It's all new.
And yeah, it's just so different. So many cool things that I need to
Oh, hello.
look at. Oh, hello. Ooh,
What's going on
fancy.
here? Who will win game 3? Number 1 for MBL, number 2 for Vivi.
Get your votes in the chat.
I think the video on the left side of the screen is gone, but I know what Hammer's been up to in the office. It doesn't look like your game's running, Robo. You have to restart it. All right. Votes coming in for Vivi. What if I told you that it was a Mayan mirror? Would that change your votes? I don't think it will. Vivi's still
Probably
winning.
not. I think that's still pretty
Right.
balanced, right?
It is very balanced. It doesn't change much.
All right, but here we are. We are into the game. Oops, wrong way.
Other team.
Switch the other way.
Yeah.
Oh, gee. There we are. MBL here in the blue.
Perfect. So yeah, spawning down to the... Oh, you're going to have to do the thing with the game speed again.
Boy.
Oh boy. It's fiddly, but we'll get there. Fix the game
There we are.
speed.
Nice.
Back in.
Back to full screen.
Sorted. Right. So MBL going to be spawning down to the southeast. He'll be playing in the blue as always. Mayans. And then up to the northwest in the red. Fat Dragon, a.k.a. Vivi, playing as the Mayans as well. Mayan Mirror incoming. Classic Age of Empires right here.
We're going to see Drushes, Man-at-Arms, and Plumed Archers
Oh, yes.
once we get to Castle Age.
And maybe we'll see some micro as well, because we can use Capture Age to zoom right in
Oh, yeah.
and
Get in
see
there.
those men-at-arms
We can
spanking
zoom in
each
on
other.
these villagers building a lumber camp. Whoa.
That's going to get
Let's
clipped,
go all
Robo.
the way in. Look at her go. Hammering away. What a hero.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get out. Those
lumber camp
graphics
got
are a little
nailed.
bit fuzzy.
All right. So, Baby Shoes, how's the beer coming? It's coming along well, hopefully. I'll update you later. We've only just started, so...
Well, restarted, I guess.
Well,
You
kind of.
did a couple of batches of beer a couple of months ago, and
It was good.
yeah, now back into it. So, looking at the maps here for Vivi, I'm thinking overall it's fairly good, right? We've got the back gold, back stone, 2 wood lines towards the back, and this nice sort of cliff feature over on this side that makes it quite easy to wall off. The biggest problem for him is like his extra resources, like the 2 extra golds here and this extra stone are really far away. But I think for like the early game, feudal age, early castle, he is fine with this position that he is in.
Yeah, it's really not too bad, is it?
And he doesn't really have too many annoying
Little
hills.
scout scuffle there.
You can see here, no one's actually hit anyone yet. They're
There you
both got
go.
equal HP.
Fat Dragon's ahead.
Yep, he got the first hit in, and he says 14 because he wants the fight to continue. He knows he's ahead.
He's got Capture Age as well. He knows. But yeah, I mean, his map's really good. Obviously, later on, the stone's a bit awkward, but I don't think you'll have too much trouble closing off the
I
left
think
side.
A castle probably up on this hill here would help secure these 2 extra golds.
Yep.
That game is pretty nice. But for MBL, though, it's like the complete opposite.
Ooh.
We've got forward golds, forward stones, no wood lines anywhere to help out with walls. It's just a huge mess. Like, he's got this one redeeming feature of this gold here that's easily, walled off between the edge of the map and these cliffs, sorry.
And those wood lines are going to be safe, but
The
the
of
rest
this
is
map,
not.
Not nice.
Even the berries are on a hill, look. That's
Yeah.
horrible.
Not ideal for him. And I'm thinking we're going to see MBL try to be incredibly aggressive. And oh boy, trying to get in here with the ball aim. Let's just zoom in.
He tried to block it.
No.
Obviously she's
Okay.
got Loom, which helps, and she gets it in the end. But now Fat Dragon's going to turn
the
around and
counter
steal it.
The counter steal.
What a Chad. Look at him go. Oh, yes. That's what I live for right there.
That is so insane.
Right
Denies
from
the
under
ball
his
up
nose.
And then just runs away with
I
it.
can just hear MBL right now. Fun!
And MBL, unfortunately, he has just missed scouting this boar at the back here.
Wow, that's
right?
so
Just
close.
2 tiles. He could have done the counter steal, but now he's going to... Oh, no!
he's lost it, though.
Vivi!
He could still try,
He could
but
try,
I think
but
it's
MBL's
too risky
nearby.
now.
Does MBL see this? He sees the boar coming back.
Yep, he knows. Should
He's
be
not
locked
even-
onto that
yeah.
like a homing missile.
And there's a villager.
sending a villager
Instead
out.
of gathering the gold, could go grab the boar, maybe?
Nah, I think he doesn't know this, but Vivi's given up.
Yeah.
So, or has he? Or has he?
Maybe he's still here to try to lame the villager.
Perhaps. I mean, she's got looms, so...
But he sees the eagle now. He knows it's there. And she is Endbrain for the sub. Endbrain is one of the, I guess, developers of... No, sorry, gifted sub. Sorry, Batarang to
Yeah.
Endbrain. Thanking him, I guess, for working on Capture Age.
He's one of the dudes.
He's one of the amazing guys.
Center this. We want to see this. Can he... Oh, there you go. I mean, MBL had more health on his scout, so very easy to push him away with that. And then brings that ball home. A little bit disrupted, but it's not a big deal in the end. He'll get it in. He'll have the same amount of food at the end of the day.
It's still quite late, though, to be eating a second board. You know, nearly 9 minutes of game time.
That's kind of late.
So he's going to struggle to get up with, like, a fast feudal.
Look at his food, though. He had a lot more food. So I'm guessing Vivi's already built his barracks.
Vivi has... Yes, he has built his barracks, but he's not started making militia yet.
Interesting.
Which is... somewhat strange.
He's already got 3 farms down as well, so
Exactly.
he's walling up the left side.
Another straight FC maybe into Plumes?
It looks suspicious, right?
It could be. Could be.
He's already up to 26 vills. No, he does have 4 military. They're on the other side of the map, Robo. I knew he trained them. I was looking at his food count, and I was like, no chance.
But they weren't in the barracks. They were just so much faster than MBLs. They just got me off guard. And there I just layman the deer. Getting back at MBL, you walled in my golds and stone last game. I'm just going to kill your deer.
Getting that revenge. Thank you, Tissue Paper Catmat, as well, for the 7-month resub. Thank you for the support, and welcome back. And obviously now we see Fat Dragon up to Feudal as the scouts are sort of scuffling and the militia are battering each other away, clubbing each other down.
Right. And we can see the total... Whoops, let's keep that. Total HP between the two teams. MBL is so far ahead.
And Fat Dragon is right to retreat, to be honest.
Yep.
He's right to retreat. Now, he'd probably be able to fight that if he didn't lose so much health trying to steal the boar. But since that backfired, it's all good. Does he have another men-at-arms in
yes,
militia in
we
queue?
can see there's the one above the militia that's about to pop out.
He's going to pop that out. Let's just grab all the units and see the total health. That's still favoring MBL.
But the eagle is inside the TC.
Right,
with
that's true.
Some amount of HP that we can't see at the moment.
With an amount more than 0 and less...
less than how much an eagle normally
50.
has. Less than 50.
Yeah, so this is enough to send MBL away, but MBL doesn't realize he can actually win that fight, I guess. I mean, hard to say because the DPS is higher.
Yeah, I don't think he'd be able to win that fight. Plus, MBL doesn't know this, but there's another militia coming in from behind.
Yeah,
but we see MBL is also adding in more militia. It's just like, you add a militia, I'll add a militia. You add another militia, I'll just keep adding militia too. And
not to be outdone, they'll just keep adding them until they've only got like 50 militia.
But we see, 7 military here for Vivi versus only the 5 for MBL. And he's going to, there we are. The man-at-arms coming in now. And MBL's going to have a lot of problems here.
Yeah, he certainly will. He's going to be pushed right back. Men-at-arms, of course, as you say, will come in a little faster for Vivi. And MBL going to have to retreat right back, bringing the villagers back as well in the south there.
Yeah, from the deer. And he's not even researching man-at-arms himself.
No, two
Range
buildings,
and
a range and a blacksmith. So
FC looks like.
Yeah, he's trying to FC.
The 800 food.
And he might be forced to pay for this. He's going to be pushed off berries. And Vivi, we're going to watch for forward vills potentially. But at the moment, nothing. Oh, wait, yes.
There we
do
are.
have 2 vills.
There are the 2
forward.
coming.
No, I didn't see them on the minimap, but yeah.
Vivi does not see... Wait, that's not Vivi, that's MBL. Vivi does not see the back gold.
He doesn't see much, does he?
No. Tower there is where he's planning on dropping it, though. That's pretty good spot.
To be fair, he's probably noticed that the score drop came in and probably knows that MBL is up to castle.
Well, you would expect that. If he hasn't researched man-at-arms,
yeah, there's so many tells here.
Up, right?
But he should be able to bully MBL's army around.
I think this is a mistake, though. Like, these 2 villages, they are completely undefended.
Yeah, that tower could get rushed down.
Just like, imagine, like, MBL just grabs 4 villages and goes forwards and bashes them. Right? Like, what's he going to do to stop that?
And he's not, but he could. At the moment, I think their attention is focused here. Zoom. And we can see what's going on. But, yeah, at the moment, MBL bringing all those villagers into fight. I mean, he's going to lose a couple of vills, but he'll clean this up no problem.
Right. I think he only lost maybe
1 vill?
I don't think there's any villages, to be honest.
Actually, I think you're right.
Because he made 4 militia and he had the 1 eagle to begin with.
Yeah.
And that's all gone now. So he didn't lose a single villager. There's a bunch of injured ones.
That goes about as well as it possibly could. But here comes some archers. 4 archers. They both got fletching.
But the armor coming in here for Vivi. Plus he has the 1 extra number can that outset the hill bonus that MBL has?
Well, the hill bonus is huge, so it might not.
And there he gets the castle age. He'll maybe get crossbow pretty soon.
Yep, MBL's
there we
fine
are,
here.
crossbow coming in. Once he gets crossbow, he'll clean this up just fine.
Storm.
The tower is a little bit of a problem, but he can bash that down later at another time if he needs to.
I love how you can see the total health of 4 farms, just like
right.
There you go.
There we are. Just in case you weren't sure how much HP a farm has.
If you wanted to know that, there it is.
You can do that for trees as well, I think. No, it only
tells you
how
the
much wood there
wood,
is.
but not the
And
health.
there's a
But
horse.
it's the same, right? It's 2,100 health because each.
Yeah.
Wait, no, it's not. A tree doesn't have 100 health. As
You can't actually see the health of trees. That's
a
interesting.
tree has 20 health.
20 or 30, depending on the type
Yeah.
of tree.
But regardless, MBL up to castle comfortably. Fat Dragon now, he is walled up at home, so he's okay.
Oh,
but
that's
I'm
a good point.
surprised
That is a good shout.
he's still actually coming forward with more stuff.
I think.
Look at this. He's still coming forward with more stuff. He's like sending skirms forward. He's in no fear.
And MBL's even making eagles because he's scouted this. He's like, okay, well, I'll just try to pick these off while I can while they're out here free to be snacked on. And I feel like, to be honest, at this stage, Vivi's thinking, well, until I'm finished my walls, I just want to keep you in your base, prevent you from happily...
And is he doing that? He is.
He definitely is. He's got
right
military
up in
numbers now. He's way up.
He's
This
in,
tower...
He's in MBL's face. This is so good. The Eagle Warrior is really good against this. Once that goes down, like he's just using these feudal units to pick off MBL's Castle Age army. And he's doing enough eco damage. And MBL doesn't have enough production from a single range. And of course, keep in mind that for the Mayans, the Eagle Warriors take 60 seconds to produce as well. His production is just so low.
But this Mangonel is going to turn it around. Come on, flatten the villages.
Oh,
That was not the villagers.
so close. The village's going to go straight for the Mangonel here.
I don't think that's going to work, Vivi. Like, there's so many other villages here. How is this possible?
This is only something Vivi would do, right? This is Vivi. It's got Vivi written all over it.
Like,
It's
one villager
beautiful.
repairs it, and then 2 villagers fight them off, and then they're absolutely fine.
And they're dead.
And they're dead.
There you go. Thank you, by the way, Leader Court for the or Leader Court for the sub, using that Twitch Prime to sub for free. And Nilly, welcome back. AoE Robot, he says, 12 months anniversary right there.
Love you, Nilly.
Love you, Nilly.
And we see Vivi, he's getting wheelbarrow and horse collar home. He's starting to think about his economy. He's on the stone, as we saw, obviously building the towers. He's on gold. He's probably thinking, maybe a couple of towers, get up to Castle Age, and then plumed archers at some point.
Yeah, MBL, by the way, doesn't look like he's on stone at all, but he has added a second TC, or is adding a second TC
Out
to
here on the
secure the
front.
gold. And I feel like that's really awkward for him, isn't it? Like, the sooner he can get up to a castle and get plumes out, the better in this situation.
But the thing is, like, he's got no access to
Not
stone.
possible.
So plumes, he's going to have to stick with the one ranged crossbows and a handful of eagles.
Yeah,
Is
for
all
sure.
he's really got going for him at the moment.
And I mean, this right side of his base is so raidable as well.
I don't understand why he didn't wall this up.
Yeesh.
Like, this is so easy, right? 5
Just here.
palisades there, 5 palisades there, and it's safe.
Well, safe-ish.
Well, safe-ish.
For
Safer
sure.
than just letting them walk in, right?
And that Scorpion's perfect. Look at that. Just sends them packing.
Yeah.
So
Probably
good.
needs to get in there and repair it, though, but just in case. But no, Vivi's bailing. Maybe?
Yeah, maybe there's too much lag to really micro here. I don't know. But Scorpions are devastating. Like, if you get on the wrong side of a Scorpion, you'll lose so much damage, health so quickly. Look at that last hit.
And
Took
run
them all
away.
down to like half health.
And Vivi, at the front of his base, the front of MBL's base, he's got really nothing happening at the moment. Still got the one tower, denying the berries and farms, and that's really all that he has happening. And oh boy, MBL dropping the 3rd TC out here on the stone. Are we going to see a Mangonel shot?
Yep, surely. Nope, they're splitting.
Split?
They can micro the Mangonel down from here.
Yeah,
They won't because there's a villager, but
and a couple
they
of
could try.
crossbows.
Yeah, he's going for it, but have to
Shoot.
back away.
Shoot. Attack around right here.
Right there. Oh, no.
Nope.
Missed it. But Scalp Mail Armor coming in for Fat Dragon. He's actually going to go for Eagles. And now he's saving for the castle as well. But it looks like we're going to see Eagles coming in
To
for
begin
him.
with. And then
as
switch
well.
into plumes later
Yeah.
on, it seems.
And I guess it makes sense. MBL's very open to raiding. And Eagles are, it's a pretty good power spike. Pretty resistant to crossbow. Good for getting up to the siege, taking it out.
Yeah, especially for taking out the siege weapons. That's what the Eagles are best for. And then he's got adding in skirms as well to take down crossbows.
Yep. You try and
Try-
keep the army in the middle of the screen. And then we're good. There we go. And, Eagles coming out for MBL as well. We saw that earlier on. So both players adding some eagles, but already we're seeing the Mangonel get sniped, but at the same
So
time
easily.
losing
Yeah.
4 skirms instantly.
And the Scorpion could get some possibly good hits, just out of range it seems. Nope, it's coming back in for more.
Oh, uphill though.
Okay, and I guess there's these other eagles coming in. But remember, like, we see Vivi, he's got +1 armor. MBL, he's got no upgrades whatsoever on his eagles. So
no, but he's got numbers.
he does have
and
numbers.
he's got
and
crossbow.
the siege support.
And that Scorpion there on 1 HP might just get repaired up and live to see another day.
That it will.
Beautiful
That is
stuff.
a hero Scorpion. Just chugging away, doing what it needs to do.
Dragon is going to punish MBL's 3rd TC. It's so greedy. Well, it's
At the
kind of
moment-
difficult to punish it if you don't have an army to punish it
yeah,
with.
I don't see what he can do to punish it at the moment.
He will do. He will try.
Try to, sure, but I don't think he's easily able to do that, as we're saying. Like, he's even dropping his own TC at home on the wood and the gold.
Yeah, but he's about to drop a castle, and I bet it's going up, in the middle of the map.
No, that's the siege
Oh,
workshop.
that's the siege workshop. Come on, where's the castle? It's got to go up forward. There it is. Told you.
Oh.
And
There we are, the nice castle
he's going to
graphic on the
punish
map.
that TC, man. I mean, he's punishing the second one, but let's not be pedantic. He's
Well, I feel like that's
still
probably a
punishing
better
it.
spot, right? There's the 2 golds
For
to
sure.
deny.
Yeah.
Or maybe you move 4 tiles this way, and then deny all of them.
Yeah, Eagle Warrior upgrade for Fat Dragon as well, giving him a little bit of a stats boost. Not much, and it will be
He's
not
still
enough
so
to
low on
really
numbers,
push in
though.
yet. Yeah. But still, that castle he's going to bail for now. He just doesn't have the map presence to be able to pull that off. And I guess he'll wait till he has a few more
They
eagles.
are almost equal in military counts, but I feel like at this stage MBL's army is still better, right? It's crossbows. They are missing Bodkin arrow, but they're still crossbows. And he's also got some siege weapons that, if they get good hits off, can just instantly turn
He's
this
still
around.
going for it, man. And MBL doesn't have the Eagle Warrior upgrade in queue, so at the moment, Vivi's going to do that castle, and
It's
he's
it's
going to
all
say,
down to
well,
this Mangonel, I feel.
bring it on. This Mangonel should get a really good shot.
Well,
It
Scorpion
doesn't.
goes
It
down
missed
beforehand
everything.
anyway. The problem is, like, Vivi has lost basically all of his army, and there's
Oh,
still
no.
a mass of crossbows and
so
a
many crossbows.
Mangonel.
Second Mangonel. Oh,
Oh,
no,
no.
Vivi. This is so much trouble.
Kills his own eagle as well, by the way.
He is going to lose that castle there.
That
That's
castle's
not
not
going,
going
up.
up.
It's a doubt castle.
No, it's not.
Confirmed.
That's at, 66.4%?
Man, all this time, MBL didn't even have Bodkin arrow.
Nope. He just
He didn't need it.
didn't need it, exactly.
2 towers there, going to make sure that's locked down, and while Vivi's going to be forced to delete that. Maybe Vivi should have waited a little bit longer, wait for the Mangonel a bit to come in, wait for a few more eagles.
Or maybe even, a second Mangonel, a couple more military units here and there. Maybe that could have turned it around, but, it's hard to say for sure.
Yeah, but it's a sad day.
Yeah,
MBL
when you
lost
see
his
a castle like
Scorpion.
this.
He put that to work and did so much with it, but
Right, and then these
Gone
stone
now.
gates here just to make it as impossible as possible. Impossible as possible?
impossible as possible, sure.
Yeah, I guess that technically that works, and there we are. The castle has been deleted.
Yeah.
Where is Vivi going to go now?
Obviously to the one on the right.
Yep. And MBL's like, I see your villagers. Where are they going?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's as if.
Instantly
Come
kills
on.
it.
Come on.
Oh!
Vivi!
Oh!
Get wrecked. That was brutal.
Oh no!
Oh, that's
And he
GG
gets
if I've ever
Mangonel.
seen one.
Oh,
no,
wow.
that's awful.
That has to be GG.
Ah, what a. I mean, sometimes you've just got to accept that castle's not happening, and you need to maybe build it at home.
I was like, no, it's not going to happen. He's not going to just build it next to a
Unbelievable.
Mangonel. But Jesus.
I'm pretty sure the crossbow shot at it as well.
Yeah.
Like just
Everything. Shoot. Try to kill it. Oh,
That's
wow.
awful for Vivi. 650 stone just gone.
Wasted.
Plus the stone that he lost on
300-ish
the other
stone
one.
on that one.
Yeah, it's such a waste.
And now he's got that massive crossbows. The eagles really can't do much
No.
without a big, massive eagles, and he's not going to get there anytime soon.
Think about the idle time on the vills as well. God damn it. There's like 8 vills here
and
that are
they've got
just
so
idling.
little HP, right? They could get picked off easily.
Oh, Mangonel missing.
Trying to get the shots.
Man, MBL's on point here. Keeping close eye on his army. And well, those 3 TCs have been working away as well. And he's got a decent villager lead.
10 villager lead. It's not insane, but it's 3 TTs to 2, and he has lost quite a few earlier in the game.
Yeah. And also look at the KD. 80 to 37. MBL is not playing around as he tries to pick off the Mangonel. He gets it.
but
Takes a hit.
oh, that was a big hit.
That's okay.
He
You
lost
back up.
5-6 crossbows there. We can't actually see them behind the TC, but they did die there. And MBL, just to rub insult in. You tried to build a castle here and it didn't happen.
I'll
I'll
put
get
my castle here.
up.
Yeah, I like it a lot. Maybe we're dropping frames again. I'm not sure, but or maybe we're not. Maybe Aluka's saying that there's more frames now. I don't know. But MBL will get that castle up, and Fat Dragon's calling GG right there.
Yep.
He doesn't have any ground to stand on. And it really, I mean, just after failing that forward castle, it was just awful.
I think after the first one got denied, he should have said, okay, I need to just move back a little bit, build it on like this hill or something up here.
Honestly, though, I feel like it was kind of too risky to put it there anyway. Like, he knew that he didn't have much of a military advantage at that point. And yes, getting a castle up on his TC would have been devastating to MBL. It's high risk, high reward.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, if look at Vivi's map, he's fully walled. He could have easily built it at home, started plumed archer production,
That's
and
true.
then he would have had plumes and eagles, which would have been better than crossbow and eagles. And I feel like he could have won the game from that position anyway. But I guess, Vivi just wants to go hard or go home, and I guess he ended up going home.
Right, that is what he loves to do. He loves doing that aggressive playstyle.
Yeah. Oh, idle spectators are not allowed, so I think we've both been kicked from the lobby.
Oh, well, let's see if I can just switch over to the achievements right now.
Did they change the password?
I don't think so.
No,
Yeah.
we're good.
We can see the achievements now. Quickly just take a look at them. MBL, as we mentioned, massive KD, so far ahead. Economy-wise, it's actually fairly even, I feel like.
Yeah.
And actually, Fat Dragon's probably ahead of anything.
Yeah.
Right, he's ahead on food, ahead on gold, ahead on stone.
Yeah, he's ahead on stone, but you can minus 650 from that at least. But
Still ahead by, 60 stone.
It was such a throw, man. Such a
Yeah.
throw. Look at the KD as well. Like,
Yeah.
it's just so huge.
That's the big killer, I think, just not trading army efficiently.
Yeah, right. But Mayan War out of the way. Both players now unable to take Mayans for the rest of the series. And it's 2-1. It's back and forth. We'll see if Vivi can equalize now in game 4. Could happen.
Well,
And
that's the sort of thing we want to see, right? The back and forth games where
Yeah.
we know that both players are doing everything they can.
absolutely. I was saying before, I really don't want to see like a 7-0. It would just be embarrassing.
that would be disappointing.
Would be sad.
But we've got a poll up now. Who do you think is going to win game number 4 here? You can see, or you did just before see what civs have been chosen. You've got an idea of what civs they might pick. Let us
Yup.
know. What are your thoughts? What do you think? As the game's just about to launch.
Yeah, Vivi favored at the moment.
Sort of
as the
balancing
polls
out a little bit.
updating. But, well, we'll see. I mean, obviously, Vivi, no slouch. And we'll be looking to successfully castle drop this time in MBL's face. And wow, look at this. Aztecs Vikings, Robo. Interesting combo. Real quick, Golden Skeet, thank you for the 100 bitties. And you've got a tiny red heart. You match Reaper now.
Thank you for the bits.
I think we can agree with that statement.
Yep, we can.
Who doesn't?
But first of all, as you said, civs. We've got MBL picking the Vikings. He's actually done this quite often in recent show matches and tournaments. Picking Vikings in places you wouldn't really expect to see them.
Well, I mean, I don't think. Yeah, the thing is, I think Vikings are really quite solid. But there's just so many other options that would be
Right.
considered better.
Exactly.
That it's kind of a surprise to see them so early when there's all those civs still available in the pool.
Right. Yeah, like we've seen them both picking Aztecs now, Vikings, but like he could have taken Franks or Slavs, Chinese, all sorts of options are still available. And Vikings, that's sort of like that mid-tier civ.
Yeah, and his map is awful. Kind of.
Mostly awful.
Like, if you look at the berries, they're okay.
The
You look at the
woodline's
wood line,
okay.
it's all right.
This
But then,
woodline's okay
then
too.
you look at the golden stone situation,
Oh.
and you just want to
Just
call
sad.
GG.
This one here,
that's okay.
That one's nice. He can build some walls around the front of his base, but like a trush, right? One single tower here denies 2 stones of gold
Yeah, and the hills too.
and hills, you're right?
Ah.
It's nasty.
Yeah, I don't
Very,
want to be
very
anywhere
nasty.
near that. I don't want to touch that map with a 10-foot pole, Robo.
No, we don't. But on Vivi's
Oh, I'd
side,
touch Fat Dragon's map with a 10-foot pole any
look
day.
at that.
Look at
That
that.
is beautiful.
Oh, baby. He can wall up between those wood lines, and he's got it all in the back.
One easy wall, and then everything's back here. Another wall over here, and then he only needs to worry about the front of his base. And even this is easy. Walls to the house to the wood line. Easy peasy peasy.
Yeah, that's
such
beautiful.
A nice map.
That's really good. And if he does some kind of Drush FC as well after seeing that, it's kind of difficult for Vicky to deal with. I like how they've added 4 letters now, so it's not Vic, it's Vicky.
Yeah. But he's trying to find MBL, and he's just missed out on seeing him over here on the left-hand side. If he'd seen that stone, he would have known that he was close. But now, not much chance of a ball lane coming in. Because I think MBL, yeah, super early, 4.5 minutes, he's already got both the balls under his TC here. Because he's aware, okay, I'm versus Aztecs.
Yep. Whenever you're against a Mezzo Civ or a Civ with an
get
Eagle
them in as
Scout,
quickly as possible.
You get them in quick. Don't you? Yeah, that's
But
good.
coming forward himself, no, he's not going to get that back ball either. All good. No lames in this game today, except for maybe Vivi could find these 2 sheep at the back of this wood line.
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, MBL's not found them, so it's up for VVs to grab. But yeah, at the moment, talking about strategy here, what do you think Vikings are going to do? You think he's just going to meet the Aztecs with a militia drush of his own or men at arms even?
Yeah, I'd fully expect to see drush or man at arms into archers. Like, really, what else is
do?
he going to do?
Yeah.
Like, knights are, somewhat viable, or walking to the TC, not taking any damage. Look at how greedy that is. Like, so close to the TC.
Very close.
So, as I was saying, like, Vikings, they can kind of do knights okayly. They've got
okayly.
Yeah.
Oh, he tried to trap the scout as well.
Tried to. Like, they've got the good eco, the free wheelbarrow and handcart is so powerful for their economy for getting, like, the farms rolling and being able to afford knights, but then they just lack so many key upgrades. You don't want to fully invest into cavalry unless you know that the enemy's making lots of skirms, basically.
Yeah, I mean, against Eagles, though, as well, if Vivi was to go Eagles, I mean, Knights are absolutely fine.
Yeah, but like they're still missing bloodlines, and when you get to Castle Age, you're missing +4 armor.
Yeah,
Sorry, Imperial Age, you're missing +4 armor.
Then it is awkward, yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, what else do you do against Eagles as the Vikings?
Full crossbow,
You
try to
get
play
a castle
defensive.
up and make berserks. I mean,
Imperial
yeah,
Age?
you,
Yes.
you could get enough crossbows to one-shot them where they're not a problem, for sure. But yeah, we'll have to see how he plays it. I mean, the problem is he can't play turtley. He cannot play defensively with this map. Because if he does that, he'll just end up having his resources denied, and Vivi will get a castle on that hill.
That's true.
And block everything.
And he does see it. He sees the gold. He sees the stone here.
So as I say that, MBL's coming forward with 3 vills, and they're going to build the mining camp. So they're not actually going to go forward across the map. But it's just an awful position, right? It's just so open and exposed. He will be adding militia, and Fat Dragon will be adding militia as well. But Vivi will be coming forward with vills in addition to the men-at-arms. So
See him coming in here.
he wants to abuse this map, and he's going to just go all in for it.
And basically, yeah, as we said, if he gets that one tower up near the golden stone, then he's heading right towards his eagles sitting right there. If he gets in this spot, MBL's essentially going to be on the back foot instantly as soon as the tower goes up, because he's got nowhere to really run to. Like, one tower moves, tower creep, heads to this wood line, he runs back to this wood line, and then what does he do? There's not a lot of space back here to boom in and have an eco.
No, it's very awkward. And we're going to see MBL walling up the gold mine, well aware of what's coming his way. But yeah, walls won't help against a tower. Man-at-Arms in for Fat Dragon now. We're going to see Man-at-Arms for MBL as well.
You can't see him.
He doesn't
now he
sees it now.
Now he sees
okay,
it.
there we go. But that tower's in an interesting place. It's kind of out of range a little bit of the gold, but it's going to allow him to sort of leapfrog forward.
Yeah, and because he knows that these 2 stones are being denied, right, he can't build any other secondary towers.
Also, Fat Dragon getting the first hits there with the Man-at-Arms. So the health pool is a bit lower for
Let's try not to
MBL.
get to any villagers.
Yeah, and we'll see who can win this. Oh,
MBL just ahead, because Viking Man-at-Arms, they do get extra HP.
Yeah, 50 against 45. It's a significant difference.
These villagers, I think he should be able to pull away these injured ones. Yeah, nicely done. He gets the tower up. He's got some villagers here bashing down the tower. He will defend this ford nicely, but
that's so important.
Look at how many villagers are idle. Like, half of his economy is either in this tower or chasing down these villagers at the moment.
Yeah, but it's okay. I think it's better to have a couple of idle villagers
yeah.
now than lose the game later.
Definitely.
So-
Definitely the better thing to do. But it still affects him.
Oh, losing a Vil though, and may want to try and pick off a Vil from Fat Dragon. He's still got greater number of men-at-arms, although they're overall a little bit weaker. Could try and do something here though.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're actually thinking at the moment. Is Vivi on stone? Let's just quickly take a look at that. No, he isn't. Not mining any stone, so he's just sort of threatening to build more towers. He isn't actually capable of doing that right now.
No, and actually that's interesting because he's forced a mining camp out of MBL. He's going to grab some stone for a bit, and actually Vivi's going to grab the stone here from MBL, but it's not going to work. MBL's got 5 men-at-arms
He's been
now.
adding him in. And I think that is actually a telling sign from Vivi. He tells MBL, I can't afford to build a tower at the moment.
Yeah.
Because,
You
I'm
would
trying
have
to
done
mine
it
your stone.
maybe already as well. And there you go. So MBL should be able to clean that up now.
Oh, yep. Yeah, that villager just gets one shot. And he's just so far ahead now. And he's maybe even just going to turn this into a counter-offensive.
Oh, he could. He's mining stones, so why not try and come forward?
And Vivi adding in an eagle and some man-at-arms of his own. But he's about to lose another villager. Down he goes. Oh, this is just... Honestly, I feel like this could be a really short game at this point.
Yeah, and...
MBL, he's behind on villagers, but I feel like he's in such a better game state.
Well, he might not be behind on villagers for long if he kills these other
Right.
two. And the thing is as well, I feel like Vivi's overcommitment once again, like every time, every game, it's like, I'm going to send 8 villagers to go and build a castle. Oh no, I failed my castle. I guess that's game over.
And I don't understand, why is he pushing forwards against this much military when he's only got 3 military?
Yeah, sort of sending them in one by one almost as,
Yeah.
as the reinforcements are walking across
Like,
the map.
MBL just wants to send his villagers back to work, and you're just following him, waiting to get picked off. Not ideal at all.
I mean, I guess he's trying to turn this because 2 of those men-at-arms can be one shot, and then he'll have the advantage. But still, very good for MBL so far. And obviously, economically, he's going to be in a great position as well behind this.
Because he is the Vikings, they get the free wheelboat, but at the same time, Aztecs have pretty good eco themselves.
Yeah, they do.
Must be true.
They do. But Vivi's still not on any stone. He's actually moving out to take some...
Gold, possibly about to go to stone
Yeah.
with these 2 villages.
He's got a lot on gold. That's interesting. I mean, why would he have so much on gold? What's his resources looking like? Maybe just
Not a lot of
maybe
everything.
just going for archers and eagles at the same time,
He's got the one range. He's not making anything out of the barracks at the moment.
because he's got 8 on gold right now.
Maybe he's just preparing for the second range that he's going to drop at some point.
Yeah, maybe he'll drop it forward with that villager, perhaps.
Maybe.
But it looks like MBL is going to be adding some more defensive towers now, and you know he's got to defend this area of his base one way or the other. A
Right,
couple
and
of defensive towers.
If
are
he
a good
pulls
way to
away
do
these
so.
2 injured vills, he should be able to get this tower up just fine, I think.
Yeah, I think so. He's
Yeah,
got
look
the
at
men at
that.
arms there as well.
Yeah, it looks like he's in a pretty good position, even though, as we keep saying, he is down a couple of villages.
Yeah, if he's sending vills over to stone, so I don't think this is the last of him. I think he's
Oh,
going to
no.
keep up the pressure on the front.
But MBL, he is aware. He's worried, there might be... Oops, that was the wrong button.
Outpost rushing right here.
Just scouting around. He's going to see if there's any sort of sneaky towers behind his wood line.
Yeah.
Like, where are you going, Vivi? Like, he's got outposts. He can see your villager. What are you hoping to achieve? Like, I'm going to get a sneaky tower where he can't see it. Oh, wait.
Well, I mean, he might... It's an outpost. He might force a tower out of MBL. Yeah, he did.
He did.
He forced him to build a watchtower
Well,
in
I
the
feel
wood
like
line.
he
That's
probably
beautiful.
needs to do that anyway because the archers, right? The
Yeah,
outpost is going to
maybe,
happen
but
at any point. At some
still,
point.
It's still funny. Like, he builds an outpost and then, bam, instant watchtower.
That's true.
Lovely stuff. But yeah, where's Vivi's second building? Like, he's stockpiling a lot of gold right now. He's not adding eagles, so I'm guessing maybe he'll build a market and then go for, just go to buy the food,
And
perhaps.
Vivi's also building a tower really far back, maybe hoping to range the villagers after they chop through this front line of trees.
Well, perhaps.
And then they get to that one and then they're in range. That could be what he's going for at the moment.
Yeah, it's absolutely an option. I mean, obviously, as this wood line gets down, it's going to be ranged. But MBL should see that. He's got the tower. He sees
knows
everything.
the tower's there, but he can't really do anything about it, right?
No, true. And
He's got-
MBL doesn't want to take another wood line yet because it's much more exposed.
Yeah. And he's got no defensive anything on this side. Whereas this side, he's got these towers and he's got all the line of sight and his villages and stuff. Like, they're all nearby here. He can defend this if he has to. Otherwise, though, we see Vivi, he's saving up for Castle Age. And as you said, right, once he gets to the market, he's going to buy the food and click up straight away, I think.
Yeah, pretty much. And he's also walling up a lot more as well. He's walling up the right side of his base with a huge palisade.
I particularly like the wall, though. Like, as we said at the start of the game, right? Like,
Just walk between the tree lines.
he doesn't see the other forest. That's why.
That's awkward.
That's a bit of a feels bad man moment.
He could do a lot less walling and secure more resources as well.
Exactly.
And he doesn't even know they're there. He doesn't even see the stone and the gold, Robo.
Yeah, I know. It's
Ouch.
not ideal, but he's up to Castle Age. He's getting fletching in right now. He's got some archers and eagle and one skirmisher around the back of MBL's base, roaming around trying to see what there is around this side. See if there's anything that he can deal. Maybe pick up a villager on a farm or something. But I don't think that's too likely at the moment. And then we see MBL up to Castle Age just 30 seconds slower. So
Yeah.
not a big deal.
MBL's actually 3 vills behind, which is interesting. I don't know how. It's just because he lost more vills at the start.
I think, honestly, it's probably more likely to be idle time
Yeah.
than anything. Because he pulled a lot of villagers forward to defend that first tower, right?
Yeah, you're
There was
probably
the 3
right.
vills on gold, and then he grabbed, another 5 or 6 vills.
But that's made up for, compensated for the fact that he has wheelbarrow for free.
That's true.
Didn't spend any resources on it. And he gets the benefit of it. While, meanwhile, Fat Dragon, Vivi,
Still
doesn't
no
even
wheelbarrow.
have the upgrade.
But we see here there's 2 towers. He really wants to secure this wood line later in the game.
That's quite funny.
I guess once he gets Castle Age, he gets Bodkin Arrow.
Yeah,
These
maybe.
villagers-
Maybe he even does guard tower. Who knows?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, once he gets Bodkin Arrow, he should be able to range most of these villages. And then MBL has to move out to this side.
Ooh, and he's switching into double barracks eagles as well.
Oh.
So we're going to see eagles coming out. And that's a good response. I mean, he sees there's a lot of skirms from MBL. So it's a really direct counter play, but it'll also allow him to raid any wood lines and things if MBL does move the villagers out to the
Anything
left
that's
side.
not walled. But MBL, he's still just mining stone. He's just bought 200 stone. He wants to build a castle somewhere.
Oh, yeah. That's
Are we going to
sensible.
see it up here on this hill, maybe?
Oh, it's so sensible.
Where
I
is he
think
going?
on that left side between the barracks and the
No,
wood line. would
he's
be cool,
building it
but he's-
next
okay.
to his gold and stone.
I guess he doesn't want to get raided.
Yeah,
It's important to keep the stone and the gold, I guess, but
He's also dropping a TC over here.
you might get raided anyway.
Yeah.
Mm.
And like eagles, like once they get the fully upgraded on the defensive stance, they're fine. Like they don't particularly care if they run under a TC just to cause some idle time and then run home, right?
Yeah, that's
And
true.
now we see the tower. They don't have Bodkin Arrow, it's still just fletching, but they are able to start to pick off villages.
They are. And then you also see some archers and eagles coming in, and they're going to sort of head down toward that left side. The archers are going to run straight into the skirms, but the eagles are there. Now, if he had been just a few seconds earlier, he could have denied that town center. I don't think he can deny it.
Maybe he can. Like if the skirms, okay, no, the skirms,
The skirms
MBL's
should kill these archers.
MBL's but he keeps mismicroing. He's
Oh.
not actually shooting some of the time.
Oh. Okay, no. Okay, this is a race now. Can he actually... No, okay, the last archer went down. I was going to say,
Whoa.
if one archer had survived, there's a chance he could have denied the TC, but it does go up.
Very, very slight chance, but nope, not happening. Yeah, MBL definitely sees the towers. The towers are shooting his villagers. He knows they are there, but there's not really anything he can do about it at the moment.
No, he'll have to relocate more vills down to
boy.
the wood.
And remember our question at the
Hey.
start of the game? What's he going to do to counter eagles? Zerks?
I told you.
Yeah, it's happening.
Don't
You
say I
called
didn't say it.
You called it.
Well, it's an interesting decision, but I don't see why not. We may end up seeing a switch back into archers now from
Oh.
Fat Dragon.
He's building a castle. Do
Yeah.
we think Jaguar
Oh,
Warriors
yes.
are maybe a thing?
Yes, let's do it. Jaguars versus Berserks. This
How
is like
often
a game
do
of
you ever
chess.
see Jaguar Warriors?
Oh, you don't.
Never.
This is like a game of chess, Robo. It's like, I see your skirmishers, I'll make eagles. I see your eagles, I'll make make berserks. I see your berserks, I'll make jaguars.
I
Oh,
see your Jaguars.
jaguars,
I'll make some crossbows, probably.
Yeah, crossbows. Why not?
Honestly, how do Berserks even go against Jaguars? I think Jags probably
Jags should win.
but I'm not sure how close it actually is. Because Jaguars have an attack bonus versus infantry in
Plus
general.
10. Yeah,
So they've got
It's
50
huge.
HP and, essentially 20 attack versus 61 HP, 9 attack. Yeah.
they win.
Jaguars will destroy the Berserks. But MBL,
He's actually
no
making
idea.
jaguars. This is so sexy. Look at this.
Wow.
Look at those leopard print boys.
Look at them roaming around. I always liked
Leopard print clubmen.
I
Look at
always
them.
loved the Miso Civ, like specifically Aztecs as a kid, because the Eagle Warriors and the Jaguar Warriors looked so cool.
Yeah,
And like the fact that they're named after units, like animals, sorry, and they kind of look vaguely like them. I'm like, that is such a cool thing to do.
yeah, they're pretty awesome. You've got chicken men and jaguars.
Are they
One
like-
is clearly better than the other.
Jaguars, what would you call them? Would they be like wolfmen?
No, jaguar. Jaguar is an animal, Robo.
Yeah, sure, but like,
So is a
E-
chicken.
yeah, but the Eagle Warrior is not a chicken. It's an eagle.
No, it's an eagle.
Exactly, right? So we're choosing another animal to represent them. So
Oh.
what would be the other animal to represent a jaguar?
I mean, you mean a jaguar?
A jaguar.
Jaguar. I don't know, a cheetah or something. They're not very fast though.
Ooh,
Off they
look at
go.
Vivi, though, dropping a 4th TC at
Hello.
home. He's getting his boom on.
Full jaguars.
Full Jaguars, yeah.
Cat
could be it.
boys.
And
Yeah.
MBL really is not making any
Oh,
military
here
at
we go.
all.
Here we go.
Oh, boy.
Berserks. Gonna see the jaguars, and they're gonna just no.
Okay. Vivi saw it.
God.
Vivi saw it.
Oh, the thing is, the berserks are so much faster. You'll never catch them.
And they've got such a low line of sight, right? MBL might
That's
not even
true.
notice.
They can't catch them though. They're so slow.
Oh, this is gold.
If only they didn't have heavy leopard print.
But if they weren't carrying this big heavy shield on their arm, right?
Yeah, that's true. Well, they both have heavy shields, right?
Yeah,
away.
but everyone knows the Vikings just run everywhere. Right? They're just so hungry
They
to
have
raid.
the power of the red beard keeping them going. I think. No, he's going back.
Oh,
There's a
there's a
hole.
hole.
You're kidding me, dude. There's always a frickin' hole.
Yep.
MBL could deny it because he could run at it with his army.
And he had defensive mangonels and tons of archers and everything there to defend it. Here,
Now, what does he do? Run his berserks into the jaguars?
yep. And he's building his own defensive castle, but it's not really in a good position. It's at the bottom of the hill. It doesn't defend
Unbelievable.
this gold. It doesn't deny this castle whatsoever. Well, actually, maybe if he gets his castle up first, the castle could deny the castle.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, the villagers on the backside should be able to build it anyway.
One.
I don't think that can range
He's
the
coming
villagers on
forward
the
to some
back.
out watchtowers, but there's the 2 mangonels, right?
Yeah, but he's also got to deal with the berserks at the back. You can't let the berserks reach the villagers.
Oh,
He's
another
going for
villager
the
goes
vills.
down. Oh, no. No, Vivi.
The vills.
Vivi, don't do this to me.
81%. That castle's getting denied.
Don't do it, Vivi.
The vills are running into the castle.
Oh, no, there's
It's
only
all
one
over.
vill. There's one villager.
Oh, what a hero.
But she's
Well,
in
the
range of the
watchtowers
towers.
are up, though.
Oh, no.
Is she?
MBL, you have
Did
to
she get
target
it?
the villager.
85% and a... Oh, no,
No.
that's it.
Oh, she's
It's-
alive.
It's done.
Oh.
It's done.
No.
She ran into
Vivi.
a fistful of arrows. And rip.
Oh,
Oh my
no.
goodness. Poor Vivi, man. Like that's a ballsy castle. At least though, he will kill that TC, and he's got full map control. He's probably going to get a villager advantage with his extra 2 TCs working.
MBL's even got his scout cav that's still alive, roaming
Oh.
around trying to pick off some vills.
Unbelievable stuff. Vivi might send another bunch of vills forward to try and finish the castle. You never know.
Well, he's got some villagers here, right? Maybe he's thinking, MBL's going to ungarrison these villages at some point.
Right.
Yep.
There you go.
There you go.
And then the villagers aren't
Just
really
make
at
a run
much
for
risk.
it. But more
No.
towers coming up.
MBL's going to make sure that
He has
doesn't
to go
happen.
now.
Here we go. He's
before
going
this
for
tower.
it. He's going for it. More vills. It's on what? 87%.
87.6.
MBL's hopping into the towers. The villagers are taking damage, but there's
93,
Jaguar warriors here as well. To
94,
tank.
95,
He's gonna get it.
96,
Robo's gonna get it. He's got it.
90,
Surely.
98, 99. He got it.
Yes.
Oh, Vivi.
Fat dragon
Whew. And he's up to Imperial Age as well.
dropping a deuce in MBL's base.
But just kill the castle with villagers and...
Well, you never
Berserk?
know. I mean, the castle's going down kind of quickly.
Wow.
At least
that
he
was,
got it.
Yeah.
Dude, that was awesome. That was so cool.
And Vivi's just going to drop another castle.
Just-
A little bit further back, just to the south
Look
on
at
that
the
hill.
castle on the right side as well. MBL's going to secure his gold and stone there.
Oh, yeah, that's a good shout. That's a good shout.
That's really cool. But, man, what a crazy game. Vivi, however, is up to the Imperial Age, and MBL is nowhere near.
He's
right
getting
now.
arson for his berserk so they can kill the castle. I love it.
Pyroflax is suggesting maybe murder holes. I don't think Vivi has a university. He
does
doesn't.
not have a university.
But I would totally do it if I had one.
The thing is, though, like, what's MBL going to do once Vivi hits Imperial Age, right? And the trebs start popping out.
Well, as I always say, Robo, once the trebs are popping, the castles are dropping.
That's it,
And
exactly.
you bet MBL is going to be at a downhill disadvantage to those trebs. That castle down there in the south, it's going to pop a treb
It's
right
got
out.
A nice position to
It's
trap
gonna
from.
clean
And
up.
this castle here isn't going to die. Like, look at how quickly these Jaguars get created, by the way.
Oh, they're really quick. Yeah.
So, like, this castle's not going to die before Imperial Age. There's going to be 2 trebs popping out instantly. What's
oh, he's doing another
castle
right there. Beautiful stuff. It's actually in range of the castle to the top. But I guess this castle will back up the other castle, and amazingly, he's still got his castle alive. MBL's trying to like ram rush it down. Imperial Age is about to come in. Do you think the GG is going to be called? No way!
Oh,
It's not enough though. Is there enough?
Maybe with the ram as well.
I think he's got enough. It's down.
Yes!
The castle's gone. Insane.
Oh,
Dude, this game has everything. This game has actually got everything. Imperial
Wow.
Age is in for Fat Dragon.
oh boy, and MBL's
the
even got
trebs
some
coming out.
forward castles as well. By the way, he's going forward.
No way.
He's trushing in Castle Age with a
Sick.
couple of berserks.
That is sick.
but
Right on that wood line.
the trebs though. How is MBL going to defend trebs?
Well, he's got to get Imp, right? And he's spending all of his resources on Berserks. Look at his castles. They're all queuing
He
Berserks.
definitely can't afford to get Imp anytime soon. It's just going to be mass Zerks and hope to hold.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge problem for him because Mass Zerks is not going to hold against Jags either, especially once they start getting upgrades.
Right.
We're looking at +4 defense coming in
Once
right
they're
now.
yeah, once they're fully upgraded, he can just go take down TCs with these things. They've got so much attack.
Yeah. Fat Dragon is getting raided though. There's 4 Berserks in his wood line now.
And the tower creep is coming
I don't
forwards.
think there'll be enough eco damage compared to what
Well,
Vivi's going to be able to do himself.
I think as you were saying, right, like just send back 5 or 6 Jaguar warriors, and then that will defend this. No
And meanwhile,
worries.
look at the other side. The Jags coming in.
Oh no!
It's way worse for MBL. And
MBL
that castle's
doesn't
gone
really
as well.
have like once this castle's gone, he's got almost no wood line because like this is gonna fall pretty quickly. This one's still got those towers attacking it from earlier in the game,
Oh yeah.
but he might lose some of these trebs here. There's a lot of berserks
Yep,
and all the
his
Jaguar
Jags are out of
warriors.
position.
Yeah, they're all up in the north raiding those
I think
villages.
he'll lose the Trebs. I think he's actually going to lose
And
the Trebs.
There's 3
2 down.
rams. 3 rams. He could maybe try to take down the castle.
Oh my
Is
god, what a
the
game.
rams are trying to make up their mind whether they want to attack or not.
I think they're a little bit torn. MBL's like, attack the castle. The Rams are like, no.
No, we want to go stand on top of this farm.
Yeah. I think
Oh,
they-
and he tried to do some quick gates to block out the
Oh, that would have been
Jaguars.
nice. But I think his farm blocked it as
Yeah.
well. That's a shame. He doesn't quite kill the other Trebs, though, and that means he's lost a TC on the left side. And I do think it is well and truly GG right there. MBL thinks so too.
That was insane.
What a cool game. What a cool game.
Very cool. By the way, thank you, Sir Lawrence NZ, for the 7-month sub. Another one of the Capture Age devs. Capture Age hype for sure. This is so cool.
Yeah, very nice. And, man, it wouldn't be a game with Vivi without at least 2 forward castles, would it?
Right, exactly.
He did 3 that game, to be
Did
fair.
3. Yeah.
What a game, though. What a great game. And there you go.
And we thought it wasn't going to happen. We're like, the castle's been denied, the towers are coming up, but
he made it work.
just managed to get it, then get up to Imperial Age and
Yeah.
turn around a game that we thought could be almost over with the castle being denied.
That was so hype. But yeah, Vivi is just overall in a much better position, though. You know, like having all that map control. We identified early on that MBL's map really wasn't great. And of course, in this situation as well, very difficult to deal with that Aztec Jaguar warrior. Maybe he could have switched into archers and tried to go imp and get arbalest, but still kind of difficult when you've got castles going up and, you know, all that other stuff. But long term, the Jaguar warriors win out over the Berserks, and Fat Dragon gets himself the W.
He gets the win. We'll just switch over to the achievements real quick. Take a look at what was happening in the game. Just a little bit of a recap. Overall, kills and deaths, it's fairly
Very
even.
similar, yeah.
But I think the bigger problem, we're going to see the eco. Fat Dragon, always the one being aggressive, forcing MBL to, idle villages, have to build defensive castles, defensive towers, so much idle time. He's 2, 4, 7 or so K resources ahead.
Yeah.
While having not that many more villages.
Yeah, he had a few more, but I mean, he did do a 4TC boom as well.
Getting 3 relics though, which we never mentioned. That's pretty useful for
I
him.
missed that. There's so much going on that game. It's very awesome. And look at that timeline. That's surprisingly flat.
Yeah, right. Like there's a couple of small hiccups here and there, but overall, it was 50-50 the entire game.
Yeah, at the end though, I really think it came down to the positioning. The sort of the overall game state really favoring Vivi, and with that, it's 2-2. It's about as back as forth as it could possibly be. One going to MBL, one going to Vivi, one going to MBL, one going to Vivi, and there are 3 games left.
3 more games.
So exciting stuff, and looks like Ham's busy with Photoshop in the back room, updating the scoreboard and stuff like that. So thanks, Ham. But I don't think the score is actually showing on the scoreboard. So maybe it's not a scoreboard; it's a banner.
I think it's just a banner.
Yeah, it's a banner. All right, well, who's going to win Game 5? You can vote for that right now. One in the chat for MBL, 2 in the chat for Vivi.
Thinking about how this has been going, MBL Vivi, MBL Vivi. You have to say MBL.
Well,
right?
obviously it's MBL.
It's obviously going to be MBL.
But I mean, we shouldn't influence them, Robo.
Well, I'm just saying my opinion.
Now look at the chat. They're all typing
Now they're
number
spamming
1.
the
What have
ones.
you done, man?
They are free
Yes,
beans.
Stewie, thank you. You're going against the grain, and I appreciate that.
No, Stewie said 1.
Oh, did I just? Sorry. Let me pick someone else who actually did say number. Badrang. I appreciate you, Badrang.
We want you to pick number 2.
That's right.
Oh.
Good stuff, though, and oh boy. Look at that. Look at the votes for MBL. It's like if the chat wasn't covering it, I'd be able to tell you what.
Vivi's at about 30%.
70% Mibble.
70% to MBL.
That was laughter, not a vote? Alright, well, I'll give you that too.
Fair enough.
Badrang the man. But so next game, but Civ-wise, there's still so many Civs left. There's Mongols, there's Slavs.
We haven't seen Slavs yet.
No,
I think
we've
that's
not.
likely to happen soon.
Probably.
Chinese. They're going to happen at some point.
Yeah, I don't know. Chinese are weird, right? Like, do you remember it was Miguel Fire? They both picked Chinese in the first game.
Yeah. Right? It's
and
a
then
strong
other
civ.
series, you just don't see them at all. I think it's really like a preference thing.
And like everyone picks different civs in the first couple of games, which I think says something for how balanced 1v1 Arabia is at the moment. There are a lot of civs that are competitive.
Yeah. I feel like the balance of this game is probably more than anything focused around 1v1 Arabia anyway, just because the balance council is made up of expert players who probably care more about 1v1 Arabia
and
than
also
anything
it's
else.
sort of the thing that's easiest to balance around.
Yeah,
right.
that's
It's
true.
a 1v1. There's no external factors where like how do 2 civs combo together or anything like that.
I mean, we just saw the pinnacle of AOC water civ,
Right.
Vikings,
Yeah.
being quite viable actually.
Yeah, having a good chance in that game in 1v1 Arabia.
I mean, we had to admit Aztecs are arguably one of the best civs on Arabia right now, but
It wasn't a stomp at all.
No, they put up a fight, and that's interesting to me. But we're going in now, and there it is. The 2 civs that we were like, yeah, maybe it's time for some Slavs, maybe it's time for some Chinese, and
that's
lo
what
and
we've
behold,
got.
that's what we have. So MBL, he's the one picking the Chinese here. He's going to be over to the west of the map. And Robo, just to remind us why Chinese, why they're a little bit better here.
Because with the Hidden Cup 2 maps and other maps probably going forwards, every player starts with a sheep within their line of sight, somewhere, within 3, 4, 5 tiles of the TC
Very
generally.
close, yeah.
And normally, like the Chinese, the problem with their start is, you have to run around like, oh, where's the sheep? Where's the sheep? Quickly find it, get it under the TC, and now you no longer have that problem. You just get straight onto it, essentially.
And then you're basically guaranteed to have a good start with the
Yep.
Chinese, and that is critical, right? You need a good start with the Chinese. And we can see already MBL actually opening with 7 villas on food. Got to keep those villagers going,
Gotta
and
keep
then
the
that
production up,
nets you essentially a villager advantage.
Yeah, but you should be at least normally 1 villager ahead during early Dark Age.
Well, he's 2 villas ahead because he's got 1 vill extra and loom.
Right,
Yep.
yeah. So by the time you get to Feudal Age, once they've also done loom, you're 2 vills ahead.
Yeah, absolutely.
At best, probably about 2 vills. Normally about 1.5 vills is what you end up with.
Yeah, which is very nice, obviously, but not while MBL. He's housed. He's fucked up.
He forgot to build a house. Oh no, that just completely ruins.
We talk about this at villager advantage, and MBL is almost
threw
as
it
if
away.
to prove a point.
Yeah.
What villager advantage,
Yeah,
boys?
all
Caster's
gone.
curse. Oh my goodness! All right, well there you go. Now look at the villager count. It's even.
Back even.
And MBL. I mean, it boggles my mind that you could forget that in a way. Like, How could
like
MBL's played over like 10,000 games of Age of Empires? How can you forget to build a house?
I feel like
I don't get it.
when I play Chinese, you get one villager to build the house, and then everybody else starts eating sheep. Like I feel like that's pretty common way to do it.
Yeah, and MBL won the vote with
I
67.4%.
bet you everyone's going to be thinking, damn it.
Damn, we backed the wrong horse.
Yeah.
If MBL was a horse, you'd be saying that. But
While we're
anyway,
here, we'll take a look at MBL's map.
yeah.
Just have a look around. His main gold, yeah, it's kind of okay around the side. Main stone, not too great. But further out, right, it's possibly wallable for late game, right? TCs and booming around in this space, that's an option. And then the other
he's got gold
side,
in the back.
yeah, right. Both of these gold in the back, easily defended. Wall between these woods,
Gold in the back.
walls between these woods, and then he just needs to worry about the front side.
Yeah.
Down here,
It's a pretty closed map when you look at the woods
Yeah.
as well. It's nothing
Very
too
nice.
open.
Very,
of
very
course,
nice.
he does have a hill at the front of his base, but who doesn't?
Yeah, it's basically always you have a hill in the front. Like, let's just
Pretty
go take a
much.
look here. Oh, look, there's a hill in the front.
Yeah, right. But
What
look
a
at the
surprise.
gold for Vivi here. This
Yeah.
is awful. It's
This
all in one
is-
place, clustered together.
This is what you don't want to see
Absolutely.
when you get a map spawn.
No.
And it looks like he's going forward. Let's switch to his point of view. Trying to see if he can get a lame and possibly a pause. No, he's just stopped. That's not a pause. Never mind.
Yep. And could we just, for the sake of doing it, just put the screen in the middle of the map, set it on the middle, and zoom all the way out? Oh, look at that! Wait, well, actually, not that much. I mean, come on.
Oh,
Robo.
it's like a really
I don't
big
want
amount.
to. I don't want to watch Age of Empires on the size of a stamp.
Sorry. Okay, my bad. My bad.
There we go. Look at that. That's the map. Yeah, I mean, there's not really a lot to say about it because it's really the edges of the map really don't matter so much. It's like later on in the game, yes, but like look at that extra stone at the north. That's going to be critical to the game. But
Well, I
it's
guess,
cool
yeah.
to be able to see.
MBL at some point would like it, but it's not going to matter. But now we're just chilling around. We're just following a bird.
Yeah, we're just watching it fly.
We can go switch
I
to this
love
bird
that you
over
can
here.
do that. I think that's just amazing.
Oh, this one turned around again. Oh.
That's so cool.
Capture age is
Thanks,
amazing.
capture age.
It's like actually a non-important feature, but it's so cool.
Well, it's actually kind of awesome because you can use it to make nice panning shots of the map.
That's true. That is true. Look at it.
Look at that. That's amazing.
So we started in Vivi's base now.
Bird's
We're
eye
in
view.
MBL's base. Oh, and there's another bird. Oh.
Okay, can we look at the wood situation? Because I don't like Fat Dragon's lumber
Map.
camp. Why has he built it there? He must have scouted the one to the south, right?
Maybe he scouted that one first, and he hadn't scouted this one at
Just
that
his
point in
of
time.
view? Okay,
Yeah, like it might have been he scouted this one first.
but that's really far away, and it's very, very hard to defend. Like, he's making it very difficult for himself here. Like, what do you think about this? Like, I know this is maybe crazy, but what if you were to build your lumber camp at the front
On this one.
and then defend that like crazy,
So
and then
you
you
have gold
defend your
and the
gold,
wood in
your
the same
wood, your
spot?
lumber, everything in one cluster?
I feel like it's definitely possible. Like it's possible to do, but it's so much more risky,
Yeah,
right?
it
like
is risky.
If like they get a tower up here and you can't defend it,
Then yeah,
you're
that's
instantly
true, you're
screwed. Whereas if you're up here, they defend you, they deny your gold, but you've still got your wood, you've still got stones, right? You can spread out your eco. But as we sort of saw, Vivi going forwards here,
Oh, that is a true forward. Like
Yep.
you don't see that very often.
not even
actually.
building the barracks before he hits feudal age.
Yeah, you really don't see players truly going forward, and he might actually kill that villager as well. No, he won't, but he will delay the barracks, which is
Quite a bit.
significant. And I love that he's actually coming forward with buildings. Like that's what I like to see. Following this up with a stable, probably.
Archery range?
Oh, it's archery
Yep.
range.
Oh,
Okay.
the classic trash, skirm
Yeah.
spear forward that we hardly ever see anymore. Right? It's always, man and arm forwards, things
Okay.
like that. Ooh, but I like this though. MBL coming in here just to wall off that little gap.
And I guess MBL's doing a range. No,
I'll take a
MBL's
look at
doing
that.
stable, isn't he?
It's a
Yeah,
stable,
he
yeah.
is. All right. So role reversal almost. You expect the Chinese to be doing the range
range
and
and
the
Slavs to be
Slavs
doing-
to be doing the stable, but no, they're going to swap roles, which I think is quite good actually for MBL because scouts will be quite. Well, they'll be okay here, but then again, he's going to be bringing
you gotta-
forward
Gotta
spears
be careful
as well.
about
So.
the spearman. Now, I'm just wondering, where is this tower going to go? Is MBL... He could possibly fight this, right? Like, if he grabs 3 or 4 villagers from the wood line, bring them over as well, he's dropping a range as well really quickly.
Yeah.
And I really like this tower. Like, this just prevents Vivi from
Yeah.
doing any sort of aggression at
Makes
this
a nice
point.
choke point. I do like scam and spear though. I do think that's strong. Zoom in a bit on that, and then we can see what's happening. See those villagers? They should be fine because I mean, the skirms and the spears just tickle him a little bit.
He
don't
might
they?
lose one villager, at worst.
And at best, he gets the tower up and doesn't lose one.
Exactly. Right, and he's just
There you
like
go.
chilling. He's just happy as Larian. You see, we didn't really mention this, but he's
Larry's
got all
not
these.
playing.
No, Leary's not playing. My bad. Sorry. He's happy as MBL.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the same ring to it though. Well, he's fully walled up here on this side, which is nice, and he's going to continue to like just sort of like funnel in this choke point. And then Vivi's aggression here, he can't really do much of anything at the moment. He's just going to Vilbash down the stable? Really? Is that like the best use of your villager time?
Well, I mean, he's got a tower coming up. I guess he'll use that to help break through the walls and
but he's
stuff.
in
But
range
he's
of the
doing
tower.
it in range, right?
Yeah, like this tower can kill this tower and, you know, threaten these villagers too.
Yeah, that's not good. Because he can't shoot back until it's built, right? So his
Nope.
tower's already at a disadvantage.
He's already going to be losing HP, and
Oh,
you know,
dear.
it's only 2 villagers able to build. It's going to take a long time to
I
get up.
miscalculated that, actually. One
Yeah,
tile back
One tile back, and he would have been
would have
just
been fine. Was MBL actually producing anything as well? I don't think he's making
He
anything
made
from the stable.
one scout, I think, and then otherwise it's just skirms at this point.
Yeah, like if he can actually add scouts and do archers as well, he's got a really strong combo,
Or
obviously.
even just like
Or
scout
scouts.
skirms would
Fine.
probably be fine.
But yeah, he just lost a villager. Vivi lost a vill on the.
Oh, yes. Wait,
no, right. It's you can't see it. It's
Oh, behind here.
No, at the tower. It was on the tower. It's underneath the tower.
Well, yeah, there's only 3 villagers left,
Yeah.
and he did come forward with 4.
And yeah, he's kind of not doing very well with that tower war, actually.
And MBL, though, he's just taking a look. Oh, that's the wrong point of view.
Take a peek.
See
At
what
the
he's
nib.
seen. He doesn't actually know well, he knows he's around here, right? He's seen the gold, but no idea what his economy, how walled he is, what his base looks like.
No, not really much. I mean, seeing the gold is huge, though, because he does know now that that's a point.
And this is a big bunch of trash units just charging in here. But this, like, just build a house or some walls here, wall that off, and then they can't really do anything.
Yep, there you go, house.
Nice.
And they could maybe range the villa on the lumber camp, but it's not the end of the world.
Right, well, he can always
You
move
just
to this
move them.
one.
It's no problem. So MBL's got a really good defense here. I like it a lot. He's got everything he needs in the back. He's got 2 gold mines there as well, and he's still able to grab his main gold thanks
Right.
to the tower. So he's pretty safe. And I don't know, maybe at this point he can try and think about counter-attacking. He's actually got some scouts in queue.
The big thing, though, for MBL, like, he's got these 5 vills idle
That's
in
true.
this tower trying to take this down, and Vivi's just sitting there repairing it back up. But, you know,
Eventually, though, he'll kill it now because that villager's walled it in. So
well, he could just delete this house and then just go Vilbash down the side, because I don't think there's a palisade wall on that side.
no, you're right.
So he could get 2 or 3 villagers to Vilbash down the tower, but then he has to worry about this trash army coming in the back. Yeah, this isn't really like what you would call a trush. This is just, you know, a standard skirm spear forward. But, you know, the
Yeah.
possibility that it turns into a trush later on, right? Because he's mining the stone, he can build more towers somewhere that he finds useful at some stage.
Look at MBL, though. He's deleted a hole in his wall to the right. And
He's also going to get a villager.
oh, wow. Lovely
Maybe
stuff.
2 as well. Maybe he could probably get all 3
Wow,
of them if
yeah.
he's not paying attention.
Vivi is not paying enough attention there. Oh, he could have killed that Vill.
He's
he
gonna
didn't
get this one,
actually
though.
hop into the corner. But yeah, that's really good. And the Dukes.
Oh,
The
MBL,
Dukes.
that was just poor market. Like, he tried to get in front of it and then he misclicked or
Something like that.
made some mistake there. But Vivi just backing off again. He's taking so much damage on this army just
Yeah.
walking past his tower.
I know, right? It's crazy. And neither player have fletching. MBL is only just getting fletching
Just getting
now.
fletching.
And that's going to help his tower a little bit as well. And all in all, MBL's in a fantastic position off the back of this.
Right.
I mean, I don't know what
Look
Vivi's...
at, he's 7, 8 villagers ahead.
How has he got that much
Well,
of a
okay,
villager
sorry.
difference?
Vivi has wheelbarrow.
there you go,
So he's
that
5
explains it.
villagers ahead. Plus he's got a really nice KD here. And it looks like what's that? That's a tower.
Yep, another
Yeah,
watchtower.
another watchtower coming up there. Still doesn't really accomplish much. Like, it doesn't touch the gold. It only defends his forward position.
Yeah.
And
But Vivi is close to the castle age. I mean, even
that's true.
with all of this, he's close to castle right now.
There's a dead body
It's
there.
like a dead Vill.
Oh, maybe MBL
Maybe the
sniped it.
scout
Like,
came
you know,
in.
one of the injured boar villagers just came in and
Yeah.
sniped it.
Could have done.
That's pretty nice.
But the counterattack's coming now. He's going to push him off of the gold.
Yeah, but there's not a lot of military here, though.
No.
So he's not likely to kill anything. It's mostly just denying power. But we see he's got the resources. He's up to castle age. The question is, what is he going to do once he gets to castle age?
Nice.
Probably, but if he doesn't have any gold, that might be a problem.
Yeah, he has got a stable up.
Oh, no, why are you doing this, MBL? You just revealed that your vills are here.
Rip.
That is
Giving away the mining camp.
Yep.
MBL could throw up a tower there though if he's able
quick
to get
about
the
it.
stone. I mean,
Just
it's
force
only
drop- Yep. But now he's just gonna, I think, bail.
he's actually built a tower somewhere else. He's building it on the other side, right there.
Okay. And look, he's also been
Oof.
adding in scouts. So this
What's that forward building as well?
that's a barracks. Okay, he's
Okay.
expecting
He's expecting knights.
scouts and knights. He just needs to get in here and just keep pressuring this gold so he can't safely mine anything.
I mean, does he think that Vivi's up to castle yet? I mean, the thing is, like, you probably wouldn't think he's up to castle at the moment, given that he's added more towers, he's added more like skirms, but then at the same and he's even adding scouts now. You think maybe he's not up, but the thing is, Slavic farms are so good
Exactly.
that he's up anyway.
He would have that thought in the back of his mind, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe he's up to castle because like he's only just adding scouts now. You know, minute 22.
And he sees the second stable, which is a huge tell.
That's
he
a
only
huge
just
giveaway.
saw that. Anyway, it's still a great position. Forward market for good measure,
Oh, yeah.
and a
Extra BM.
perfect tower right between 3 mining gold mines. It's beautiful.
Does he have? He's got enough stone. He should be able to like fully stonewall that tower in, which I hope he does. And looks like there's been a little bit of a pause. It seems.
Yep, it looks like we're on a pause now.
And there we are.
Yep,
Then we're
cool.
back into it.
So Vivi's like going to try and get to the gold on the left, which he can get to, I think.
It's out of range of the tower, but MBL's got quite a bit of army here. And how many knights are in production? There are 3 knights.
3 knights.
2 in one stable, 1 in the other.
Oh, I see. I thought that meant like 3
No,
stables.
it's not simultaneous. It's just total queued up units.
Right, got it.
It's like
Looks like Vivi building that tower in a pit. It's kind of awkward.
not ideal, but he
But he's
should
got the
he
hill
should be able to
advantage at the
defend
back.
this.
And the knights are out.
Yeah, he'll
So,
get the tower up.
clean
He'll
up.
get onto the gold, but this just really slows down his aggression.
Yeah, but he's fine, really. I mean, he's done a really good job there. He's turned it around. The KD going well into his favor,
Starting
and
to get there,
probably
and he'll
will
clean up
continue
the
to
rest of this
grow.
pretty quickly.
Yeah, should tear down the tower as well with the knights, and smooth sailing for Vivi then from there. I mean, keep in mind, MBL hasn't clicked up to the castle age yet. So
That is true. He's only got 300 food. What is he making
his
at
eco
home?
is very imbalanced, actually. He's nearly got 1,000 gold.
Oh, yeah. And remember, that's why he was doing the forward market. And then he just buys 400 food and goes up to castle.
Yeah. Another tower going up right there. But yeah, all in all, Vivi here
He's actually...
should clean this up.
But the thing is, he's just thrown away all of his knights to those spearmen, which...
Yeah, he has. You're right. It's surprising,
He's
isn't
still... Okay, so he's on gold, which is good. But, you know, he's not doing anything to really stop MBL's forward here. Okay, tower rush race coming in here.
Should be Vivi's. Like, he's got the defense advantage.
MBL started first. Okay, but now with those extra villagers, he should be able to
More
get there at
knights
the same
coming out.
time.
Yeah, roughly. It's hard to say, but man,
Look at him just throwing away these knights there. Like, they just
Yeah.
keep walking near these spears and just losing half their HP instantly.
well, the thing is, they don't have upgrades, right? Like, they've only got +1 defense, or they actually do have +1 attack, but they don't have bloodlines, which is the big one.
Yeah, Bloodlines is definitely the big one.
And they end up going down very quickly to those spearmen. You don't expect them to die that quickly, but they do.
Well, yeah, when you've got no upgrades, that's true. MBL, though, maybe he's thinking of Vil rushing down this tower, but probably not. That's too close to the TC.
And there's knights going to pop out the
Yeah, too easily
stables.
just trap him in there.
Yeah, so it looks like the counterattack's coming in from Fat Dragon now.
But, you know, it's just these 2 knights.
Fighting spears.
A
It's not a
ton
good
of
trade,
spearmen.
actually. It's not a good
It's
trade.
not good at all. And back home, he's not really making any ranged units anymore. It's just like full spearmen. He's got 4
Yeah, why
spearmen
not?
queued up, and there's just this one
He's
random skirt.
absolutely doing pikemen.
Oh, well,
Like,
of course.
he has to.
Of course.
He's
Like,
got so many spears already.
and a forward stable as well to back it up for good measure. 2 stables, 3 barracks is what he has.
New TC.
UTC up here for Fat Dragon. That's pretty nice, I think. Secures that wood line because he desperately needs something to secure up a part of his base.
I think MBL did really well there, coming forward when he did.
I think
It was so... The timing
For
was
sure.
great. Like, it's just enough to buy him time to get up to castle, and then get up a good number of spears, which are now going to become pikes, and, you know, try and maybe pressure back
Yeah.
with the pikes now.
I would expect to see a siege workshop pretty soon once he gets the wood up. He's got. I think really like the key thing with that forward was they adding the barracks early
Yeah, I
to
agree.
keep massing spearmen
Yeah.
quickly and easily.
He was sending them across the map, but then also training them from the front as well.
Because if he was relying on one barracks at home, he would never have enough spearmen to actually defend.
Yeah, it was
But yeah, that just
very,
worked
very
out
good.
fine.
Seems like the trash plays are very effective. I mean, we saw him winning with this in game 1 even.
Yeah, right. Just the full pikes and a couple siege weapons, basically, and a couple. Did he add any monks? I don't think so. It was
No,
basically
it was just pike
just pikes and siege.
and siege. But there you go, the classic Fat Dragon Castle.
Yeah. Well, he recognizes he needs to secure this area. And
Yeah.
the castle's the easiest way to kill these towers.
And it's in a great
clear
spot,
everything up.
actually. It's going to kill all those buildings, securing the gold, and it's likely, I think, to go up. He's got a couple of monks, so he can go for the converts.
Yep,
and
there
you
we
can
see.
see the laser
There we are.
pointers. There it is, convert
You
arenas.
see the pivoty thing that tells you like every time they're trying to get a convert. And I
That
think
one's
when
really-
that red bar fully fills up,
It
he's
gets the
guaranteed the
conversion.
convert.
Yeah.
And then every tick is like a chance of getting a convert.
Yeah,
There we see, like he got it like halfway.
yeah. RNG at play right there. Those
That's how
guys have
monks
done
work.
amazing. That's one of the coolest features, actually.
Right, yeah, because everyone's always so
It's-
confused. Like, how do monks work? Like,
Yeah, that's just
what's-
incredible.
What's converting what? How many monks are doing it? Easy
And
to
also
see
the whole
things.
with monks as well. Like a lot of people didn't know that there's like that level of RNG. Like after a certain amount of time, they will guarantee to
Right.
convert. But buildings take longer than units to convert. So you can start converting a building and then change your conversion to a unit, and it will instantly convert it no matter
Assuming
what
that
it
you've
is.
got redemption.
Yeah.
That's true.
So it's a very cool thing. But you can see it in action with Capture Age. Thank you, Serge, for the 3-month resub. Welcome back, and hopefully you can stick around to see some Capture Age action here as well.
For sure. And by the way, MBL dropping 2 TCs at home, getting his boom on. They're both still pretty equal in villager count. And actually a 4th TC as well for MBL out here. He's going real heavy on the vill production.
Oh,
Vivi
yeah.
dropping his 3rd TC to secure this gold on the front, which is nice. I would have preferred, 2 tiles this way to get the wood and the gold, but I guess it's
This
fine.
could be one of those games that goes a bit longer.
Yeah, I don't
we've-
see
We've not had many
heavy
games
aggression
going to
happening
Imp.
anymore. By the way, if you guys are enjoying Capture Age, on
Yep.
Sunday at 14 GMT, there is going to be a show match hosted by the Capture Age creators. 2v2 between MBL, one of our players, and Vivi. Sorry, MBL and Nikov playing against the Yo and Vivi. So we're going to see these two guys again playing some 1v1s and 2v2s to help promote the public release, or semi-public release of Capture Age to content creators out there. So, make sure you tune in for that if you're interested in seeing, more Capture Age and seeing it in 2v2s as well.
On Sunday.
That's it, Sunday, 14 GMT.
Yeah, we'll be streaming it here. Should be good. But yeah, right now, it's going to kind of become a little bit of a stalemate in a way. You just see them cleaning out the buildings from earlier
And then
on.
just dropping, TCs, dropping the farm, getting that eco roll and trying to get up to 100 bills, get up to Imperial Age. Couple of nights roaming around, maybe do some raids. And otherwise, back at Vivi's
Another
base.
castle. Is that another castle? Yeah, it is. Oh,
That's
it's
a
a
TC
TC.
in there.
Okay, my bad.
Getting up to his own 4th TC as well.
Yeah,
Good for
both
him.
players going for a really big eco here, which is pretty much needed.
Where can we see the population? Over here on this side, we've got the total population here, the villagers on the left-hand side, and then the military on the right-hand side. And then
Yeah.
the number in brackets is idle villagers.
So MBL has 77 villagers, 1 idle, and 28 military
Yeah,
to make up
exactly.
105 out of 145 population space,
That's how it works. And then, other things, there's the total resources available on the map.
which is going to be interesting if we get to like
Real
a
late
water
game.
map, for example.
Oh, yeah, true.
That would be cool. And yeah, and then you see the gold, the stone, the food.
Yeah, and then game time down here. I know everything's a little bit confusing.
Yeah. But I
First
like it
time
because
viewing,
you
but
get
yeah.
much more space of the game. Like
Exactly,
the
so-
game screen
And
is much
everything
larger.
you need to look at is nicely displayed at the
Minimized.
bottom.
Yeah, I love it. I love it a lot. All right, so thank you very much, Will, for resubscribing. AoE3 is looking different. It sure is.
Sure is. Oh, these knights could pick up a few
So is
bills here.
AoE2, to be fair.
There's
This looks very
only the
different.
one pikeman here to defend these
It's
villagers.
down.
Like, these guys need to run over here, help them out. But MBL, about to click imp. 1,000 food, 800 gold, just about to click up. And Vivi, he's got absolutely nothing in the bank. Not even 100 food.
I think he'll get the Imperial upgrade really quickly, though. It won't take him long to get the upgrade. I mean, keep in mind, slab farms.
That's true.
He's doing handcart right now.
Even better.
He's already got the gold, so he just needs the food, and he'll be fine. He's also got a random boyar out as, who was that? Sources saw
Look
said
at it
in
go.
the chat.
Look at the big axe thing that it's swinging.
It's like a leaf-bladed battle axe.
That's
But
it.
It's lovely. Who made this overlay? It's made by Capture Age team. It's not just one person. It's a team of
There's a bunch of guys.
people working on this.
Yep.
And we can put the information in the chat a little bit later on.
There's a command, I think, exclamation mark capture age, or one word.
I'll try it.
Should bring up a little bit of information about them. Mostly linking to their website. And, go to their website, have a look at the details. There's some, more specific information about it. And, if you want to thank them for making this awesome program, you can also send them a donation. Because, they've put a lot of hard work making this.
Yeah.
So that, we can all enjoy casting and seeing streams with all this amazing information.
Yep, it's huge. If you consider the amount of developer time that went into it, which is a lot of developer time.
They first started speaking to us about something similar to this, like June last year. I think was when Sir Lawrence first sort of spoke to us about doing some stuff with like the full map screenshots. And then, in a year's time, they've gone from just taking screenshots to making this amazing program.
Look at MBL. He's raiding on the south.
Oh, with a bunch of pikemen.
With a bunch of
running
pikes.
Around.
And then you've got another castle coming forward from Vivi.
Yeah,
and I think Vivi is actually... Is he making more bowyer? No, he's not.
No, it's still just the one bowyer out there.
He is making a lot of siege, though. And look, his Imperial time really isn't that bad. I said he'd probably get it.
Yeah, he's only
really
a minute later. That's pretty good. Oh, but MBL maybe... Is he going to get it? Let's see. Can he get the monk before the convert? It's almost guaranteed. It's guaranteed. There we are.
There you go.
Look at this. And the stone, you said, it could be important later in the game.
Hey, there it is.
MBL's on it.
He is on it like a car bonnet.
He's also getting Bracer. He's starting to tech into the Chuko news.
Yeah, we saw that earlier. And Chuko Nu is, I mean, you would never go Bowyer here because Chuko Nu, right? But you could very easily go Onager.
Right, that's what I'm expecting to see.
And he's already got 3 siege workshops up. He's already making mangonels.
Okay.
We are going to see Onager.
There are some actual other tabs that we haven't even looked at yet down here. So we can see the number of castles that each player has. We can see their KD again, and also the value of their military. How many resources they have spent on military, and then the percentage is how much of it is gold.
Yep.
So we see like 17% of MBL, most of his army is trash. Oops, let's go back. Most of Vivi's army, 43% is gold.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of, expensive units like monks and siege.
Very expensive stuff. And yeah, it's pretty awesome to see that, actually. Be something that I guess in the moment it's very difficult to find a time to actually look at those stats without sort of breaking from the game too much, because we just kind of missed a bit of fight while we're talking about it. But maybe like a post-game analysis kind of thing where you can be like, so right before this fight started, this happened, and we saw this.
That's true. But we're going to see the second castle coming up from MBL. It's going to be, from Vivi. We're going to see Treb War, but MBL should be ahead, right? He has 2 forward castles. Yeah. Vivi's only got the one, and then the other one that's back at home, far away. Yeah,
Vivi does have Onager out though. He's got 5 Onagers now. He's currently doing chainmail armor. So is he going for champions, or is he just going for pikes? Yeah, pikes.
Help siege. That's sort of the standard Celt and Slav combo.
I was going to say champions would be odd against Chuko Nu, but even pikes aren't very effective versus Chuko Nu either. But they do stop the cavalry getting on top of the siege.
Sit on top of the Onagers and defend them. And he's even getting upgrades for his monks, block printing, and illumination coming in right now.
Yeah. The first castle is gone, and the second castle is being built very slowly, so that might be gone before it's even built.
Only 3 villages there working on it.
Look at the Onagers, though. They're just like, whatever.
Whatever.
We'll just go for the TC instead.
This 6 monks, they're able to defend us, no worries.
Yeah, so there you go.
And those pikes that you mentioned earlier, by the way, they are still roaming around picking off
vills. They're still going.
Yeah, like there's all these dead villagers on these farms back here.
Wow. MBL's in a great position, actually.
Oh, yeah. Okay, the light cabs are coming in. What do you think they go for first, the monks or the siege?
I'd go for the monks, and then you can convert get the siege later.
Yeah,
he's going for the monks. So this is good. He's going to kill most of them, and
one
conversion? That's just pathetic.
This one still has 100% faith, though. You could try for another one. Nope. And all the monks are down. But look at these Onagers, though, against the Chuko Nus.
Holy crap.
He's trying to do splits, but...
You're not going to do that.
You can't split against this many Onagers.
Oh my god, MBL just threw away his whole army there.
He lost like 12 or 13 Chuko Nus there for 2 Onagers. That's just... Ugh.
Yeah, that's a massive waste.
But the Trebs, though, they're going to get down the castle. Then the Trebs can, take down the Treb as well.
Dude, after such a good start with the Scout Cav, it's just like disappointing that he threw away all the all the Chuko knew there.
Right. Well, I think he's probably thinking, I don't need a ton of Chuko news at the moment. Right. I'll just try to do some damage and then continue clearing up this forward area. And we see that Vivi's building another castle back at home to defend his economy. He has given up, it seems, on the, aggressive forward plays.
And the light cav again.
Getting in there.
Gonna get in there and get all that siege.
All the onagers are going to go down.
Every single one. All the monks, all the onagers.
The trebs as well. I feel like this...
That's absolutely huge.
I don't see what Vivi can do at the moment.
No, Vivi's absolutely boned.
Like, because we saw him taking, pike upgrades. But there was never any pikemen here to defend his siege.
There was a single halb that made it over.
Right. Like,
that was it.
And these villagers now.
Everything's going wrong for Fat Dragon.
Look at these upgraded like have. They're missing some of the attack upgrades, but they're still cutting them down so quickly as they try to run away.
Vivi's toast, man. Like, he's adding in barracks right now. He's going to try and get some halbs out, but his production of halbs is going to be so slow. And even if he does get a few halbs, there's now Chuko New coming out from MBL as well.
Forwards, and he doesn't have that onager mass that he needs to take down.
Oh boy.
The Chuko does.
I'm not sure what Vivi's doing, guys. It didn't work out too well.
Like the population difference, 185 to 135, like that's huge. Yeah. And he's trying to do some helb raiding. Like, is that really the best use of your helbs instead of defending your base and your siege and your expensive units that you need to win the game?
Oh boy. More onagers coming out and pretty good shot, but not enough. One of them is immediately going to get taken out. And the other one as well.
Just shat on by these light cabs.
That's pretty amazing. MBL right here.
He's controlling this game really well.
Position, yeah. He's also mined out the stone at the top, so maybe we'll see more castles coming forward or something.
He's got 560 stone in the bank, so nearly enough.
Oh, he's actually got 230 stone here he could mine. He's also done a forward castle at the south on the hill there, and he's going to be grabbing the extra gold, putting up stables so he can raid, because you know what? Vivi's not walled up to the edge of the map, so he's still wide open.
Right, and then some trebs to take down these castles, and then as you said, the light cav raids, I think, going to start to kill off this game. Look at all these villagers. Oh, they've been found. This one light cav has found the villager economy.
Towers.
The guard towers.
Love it.
Oh boy. Yeah. MBL is just like...
That's GG from Vivi right there.
Yeah, he can't win this anymore.
When he sees those towers in the woodline, he calls it, man. Like, there's nothing he can do.
There's these 3 trebuchets on the front of his base taking down the castle. Maybe the one onager can get some hero shots in against the Chooks and then kill off. Nope, instantly killed. Not happening today.
He did a good job at the early game, but oh man, MBL's early defense was solid. Vivi's early Imperial push just got shut down so quickly.
Because he didn't have any pikemen or helbs in there with his...
They were out of position.
And then you see, we look at his base, and you just see that there's just sort of blue scattered all over the place. Like, you've got this army coming in, there's a couple of light cabs raiding at the back. There's too much for him to do, and yet, there we are. But there he's calling the GG.
Yeah, Vivi giving it up, and MBL strikes back. And you guys were right. Most of you voted for MBL. MBL sails through with a victory and played a very solid game. I mean, slabs are a tough civ, but I think the Chinese are actually very well equipped to deal with them. In this situation, he didn't really need to deal with them because the Slavs never got to the point where they were problematic, right? The problem for the Chinese in this situation is the Slavs sitting on onager and halb and slow pushing you.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
And the Chinese player in this game never had to face that combo because the halbs never made it.
They were never in the right position. They were always somewhere else on the map.
Yeah.
And I feel like the Chinese, their power spike is really like the early imp. Right, when they start to get, Chukonu, they get their trebs out and they start to do that push. Whereas Slavs are more like, okay, we hit imp and now we research onager, we get siege engineers, we get help, we get all these expensive upgrades. Yeah. Then build an expensive army and then we do stuff. So I feel like he maybe tried to push a little bit too early with not enough army.
He did try to push too early.
And if you waited, maybe 2 or 3 more minutes,
absolutely,
had more army, then he could have maybe turned around. Like we saw how well those Chukonus did in those first fights, right? 5 Chukonus against 13 crossbows, 13 Chukonus. Right, he lost 1 or 2 onagers.
Yeah. And
just flattened everything.
And also as well, Vivi had 2 castles here, but the second castle came up after the first castle had already gone down.
Exactly.
And so this forward position was instantly lost. And then the momentum was on MBL's side, and Vivi just couldn't recover.
Yeah, I think I might have preferred to see like the castles a little bit further back, more around this position where his economy was, build up his forces and then push forwards instead of trying to do the sort of the YOLO forward that he's known for.
Yeah, I think he should have played more defensively, got his combo, and then would have been in a better position. But GG's. Looks like MBL's going to pull ahead once again, and now we're going to be going to Game 6 to see if Fat Dragon can do the same. Can he pull it back?
Let's take a look. Kills MBL so far ahead, as we know. He was just constantly raiding, picking up army. Economy-wise, it looks fairly equal.
Yeah.
All right, we've got a little bit more food for Vivi. Makes sense. Slav farmers. More wood for MBL. Makes sense. He's spending lots of wood on the Trukonus and buildings and expanding all over the map like he was. And surprisingly, more gold for Vivi, even though he didn't have access to his gold for the first 20-ish minutes of the game.
Yeah, right. Interesting. Yeah. I mean, Vivi just pulling ahead economically there. And I guess you kind of expect the Slavs to pull ahead economically, but usually the player who's got the bigger economy ends up having the bigger army and ends up winning the game. But in this case, I think Vivi sunk a lot of resources. Like, think about how expensive those onagers were, the upgrade. Yeah. Training as many as he did, 8 monks or so, and he lost everything
he also did upgrades for the monks as well.
Yeah.
Right?
And he lost nearly everything to like 10 light cav. It's just not a good value proposition. I'll be right back.
It's so simple to defend it with just some halbs.
Okay.
But yep.
I'm going to be right back. And you can get entertained, everyone.
No worries.
There's a poll going on.
Yep. Polls just coming from the chat. Who do you think is going to win the next game? If Ham could switch it over, we can take a look at the civs that have been played so far. Here we are. So we saw, basically the alternating wins that have happened. And we can see none of these civs can be repeated by these players. So MBL can't play as the Celts, as the Aztecs, the Mayans, the Vikings, or the Chinese. And on the other hand, Vivi can't play the Franks, Spanish, Mayans, Aztecs, or the Slavs. Maybe, I'm hoping that we're going to see the Vivi win. We can keep this nice back and forth, and make the final game really, really important. But regardless of what the score is, all 7 games will be played. Every match is worth $40 for the winner. And here we are. So we're going to take a look at the votes. We've still got a minute left to go. And so far, MBL seems to be ahead by a little bit, about 58% to 42%. Pretty close. Getting even closer to 50-50 now. I like that. By the way, cheers, Seaberg, for the resub. That's 3 months now. Thank you very much. I see you've got some nice casting toys. Oh, yeah. We're slowly trying to learn our way through Capture Age. I keep showing this, but this is how dedicated we are to trying to make this good. I've got a cheat sheet here with all the hotkeys for things that I need to press because, there's a lot of new hotkeys that I need to learn for things that I'm not used to having. So... yeah, it's really exciting to be able to use Capture Age after seeing it in Hidden Cup 2 and the promo videos and Clash of the Hippo 5. It's just insane to actually use it myself. Being able to zoom in. And I think probably my favorite feature so far has to be the follow function, right? You click on a bird or a scout or enemy army, whatever it is, and you just follow it around the map. It's so smooth. You don't need to worry about, constantly scrolling around to see what's happening. Nice and easy. And the votes, 2 minutes gone so far, and there is still, nearly 50-50. What stream is actual live? We're live right now. These games are happening live. The spectator delay has just begun. We'll be into it in, a bit under a minute and a half.
What was that? We're not live.
We are live.
No, this is recorded.
Recorded? Oh, yeah, sorry, my bad. I'm not supposed to say that, am I?
No. This is recorded.
Oh, apparently I cut my beard. Yeah, I did that a couple of weeks ago, actually.
Now it's just a stubble.
Yeah. I trim it every 2 weeks now, something like that. I'm liking the beard shave. Thanks, Badrang. It's good to know that someone thinks I look good. You probably don't like my hair, though. My hair's a bit wacky. Right, I take this off, I'm going to have huge headset hair, right?
Why do you think I wear this hat?
Yeah.
It's my disguise. But
neckbeard,
our next game is about to start, actually. I feel like they did a pause or something, because it's not ticking down the way it normally does. Anyway, look at the votes. 50-50.
Yeah, right. I was
Shocking.
saying, it could be pretty close. They've been going back and forth. 50-50 seems to make sense. And yep, there was a pause right at the start, but we will get into it.
Pyroflex. That's not your name. Prophylax, even. Can we get a 360 rotate and capture age? Unlikely. They're not 3D models. They're all 2D, so there isn't any ability to rotate.
I've seen like inverted pictures of buildings, and it all just looks wrong when it's upside down. So like, I can't imagine what the backside would look like. Just like black walls.
No idea.
Right? There'd be nothing there.
Nothing. Yeah.
But for civs, MBL picking the Incas.
Ooh, strong.
Was that a thing that was really on our radar at all?
Incas have always been on my radar, but no one picks them.
No,
and I don't know why.
Well,
I can't remember. I can't remember a series and a best of series on Fridays where we've done our show matches. No one's picked the Incas.
I think Incas were picked once.
Yeah, why? That's so good.
But when you compare them, like Aztecs and Mayans, like you feel like as Incas are just sort of like in the middle. They're a bit of everything, but they don't excel. Whereas Mayans, they've got the amazing archers, they've got the plumes, and Aztecs, like they've got that really early aggression. And then they've got the good monks and the good infantry for late game and good siege as well.
Yeah, but don't you think that's part of their charm and part of their strength, being able to deal with so much? But yeah, we do see the boar steel coming in to start things off.
As the Miso want to do. Getting the early lame in, that's nice.
I'm going to be a pedantic person here and say they're not Mesoamerican.
Well, yeah, technically Incas aren't. Yes, that is true. That is true.
I'm only just relaying that because I've been told off so many times. I don't want you to be chastised by chat as well.
Oh boy, thank you. I'm glad that someone's looking out for me, Zach. I appreciate it.
It's all good, but yeah, he will salvage that. That could have gone worse.
That's a nice baller.
Saves it.
Sitting in the TC now. So otherwise, we'll quickly take a look at his map, and then we'll switch over to take a look at Vivi. His two ballers are both still out there, so Vivi could come for a counter steal, but
he's not. He's staying at home. Look.
Oh yeah, he's trying to push in the deer. Makes sense. Okay, but maps. Two mostly back golds. Right, this is okay wall. Barracks and archery ranges or something along there works out somewhat. Around the top side, that stone's not useful at all, really far away. But
that's okay.
That's a manageable stone. You could use that, and again, right, you can wall to the edge of the map up here.
Yeah,
and then focus, your attention around center space between these wood lines.
Yeah, it's not too bad, to be honest. It's not too bad at all.
It's definitely worthwhile.
One thing I've noticed, the capture age minimap doesn't really show the elevation.
No, I don't think they actually currently have a way to display that.
Oh, right, okay.
Because, they don't actually capture the in-game minimap. They sort of build it from scratch.
Right, yeah.
Based on what they can see. And at the moment, my understanding is that they haven't found a way to make it look good.
Right.
And work as they intend it to.
Cool. Well, I really don't know, but yeah, it's just something I noticed. But let's take a look at Fat Dragon's map. Incredibly closed by the trees there.
4 forests just like snuggling around his TC here. We see the house coming up there. Easily wall off that gap. Easy wall that front side. Easy wall towards that edge of the map. And he's got 2 safe golds, safe berries, safe wood.
Stone's a bit exposed.
Yeah, both the stones are somewhat exposed. But I think he could probably survive. Like even on this side, like look how easy that wall is.
Yeah, it's really easy. But I don't know.
Slot.
I mean, he does need to make sure he has stone as the Chinese. That's really important. But obviously, that's something for later in the game. At least in the early game, he'll be fine. And wow, that's a big wall from MBL. Some very big walls coming in on the north side and the south side of his base. And he's actually going to wall that up, but not be walled. So
yeah, I'm confused by this wall. Like it would be less pieces of wood to go that way. Like maybe he just hasn't worked out that's where the edge of the map is. Like he should be able to see it on the minimap, right?
Yeah, I don't know actually. I think maybe it's to do with villager walking distance to repair the wall as well. Because if he walls down between the cliff and the wood line, then he's never going to have to send a villager halfway across the map to repair it if it gets attacked.
Sure, but then
he'll be able to
another
defend
wall down here, right? Or like that way. I feel like that's a safer way to do it in general. But I don't know. We'll see how this works out. Oh, there we are. Take a look at this. Chasing the scout back home. Getting some free hits here. And we see, again, MBL going for a drush. And he's already done loom. And he's already gathered the 10 gold that he needs to do a drush. And we've seen this in a lot of games, honestly. Yeah.
It seems like he just likes to get that early aggression going.
Yeah. Try to prevent Vivi. Like I think he's probably thinking Vivi likes to come forward. And a drush really
kind of makes that very difficult
that.
to do. Yeah,
for sure.
Right. We are seeing huge walls as well. It's not like this Drush is there to buy him time to wall up. He's doing it so early.
Drush FC could be on the cards.
Yeah, exactly.
Drush FC Expos?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, he could go Eagles as well. I mean, either way, it works. But
Vivi, though, really slow feudal time. Going up a 25 pop, 24 villages. And also doing quite a few walls himself as well. And, like, same thing here. Like, why not just wall that way? Like, you save 2 pieces of... Or 6 pieces of wall this way, but you secure so much more space. I don't know. It always annoys me when...
I don't know, walling's a tricky thing. Because I always look at these players and like, why don't you wall like this? And then whenever I play and review my own games, I'm like, well, why didn't I wall like this? Because in the moment, it's always so much harder.
Yeah,
but there
that's
you
true,
go.
that's true.
Fat Dragon going to be able to get that villager back to safety, but won't be able to complete his wall just yet. Though his villagers will be very safe. He'll get that.
This could be tricky for MBL. No, I was thinking he might get walled in if he goes too far that way. But he's in an okay position, but he can't get past the TC at the moment.
And the Drush, at the moment, it will contain the dragon, but it will not vanquish it.
And these 2 villagers are just happily gathering berries because I think they're in range of the TC. If he tries to attack the vills,
they can easily run back anyway. It's no problem.
Yeah.
But he's up, and we're going to see... Where's he going with that vill? He's not going to get that. He's not going to get it.
No, at all.
Oh, maybe... No.
He can't get all 4 of them.
Who are we kidding?
No, but then he's have to get around that way as well.
Why did he send the villager there? I just don't understand. He's trying to micro now to block it, but it's kind of hard. The villager should get back to safety here.
Now he will. Whoop. Eagle, gotta be careful. Okay, and here we see the archery range coming down. He's on gold. Makes sense. Just do some archer play. But MBL...
Oh, yeah. That's a Drush FC.
Look at that. Double layer walls. Why would you choose that wall of all the walls to do double wall? I feel like this is probably, or that one, are the most likely to be attacked, not this one here.
I have no idea.
Oh, well, it'll work out. He's going to his deer as well to help get that food to go up. He's got 500 food in the bank. Mining away at his gold.
Oh, he'll be fine.
This should be a nice find, Josh FC.
Yeah, and at the main time, he can still keep Fat Dragon contained with those 3 militia. Get some vision.
Just switch back to the other point of view. You can just keep scouting around, see what's happening. Know if Vivi's coming forwards. He's in position to stop it. And like at the moment, Vivi must be thinking, okay, well, he's hit feudal at minute 13. Mm-hmm. He's obviously going FC. What can I do about it? And at the moment, the answer's not much. It's start dropping your own farms and try to get up as quickly as possible afterwards.
He'll follow him up quite quickly, I think. He's already got a lot of farms. And from the range, what's he queuing?
He's made 1 archer.
Yeah, that's
his only military unit that he's built.
He's not queuing another one?
No, not queuing anymore at all.
Yep, just doing wheelbarrow, and then he'll go up himself.
Probably a little bit later than that,
maybe a bit later, but yeah.
As quickly as possible, he'll be up.
And actually, MBL's food's a little short right now.
I think he's waiting for these deer to drop off.
There you go.
That'll get him there.
Should be fine. And he's up. Pretty comfortable. 17-minute castle and market blacksmith.
So Eagles probably on the cards.
It looks like Eagles. We'll see. He should be adding the second barracks any minute now. But if he's doing Eagles, that is. But he might just add the second and third TC and boom a little bit.
Right. Maybe like defensive siege workshop or monastery, and just try to boom.
Yeah, defensive siege could be really effective against the Chinese. Look at those trees. They're kind of like...
Yeah, they're just flashing a little bit.
Flashing a little bit. That's cool. Just a feature. It's not a bug. It's a feature.
It's telling you those trees are going to be chopped down at some point.
Yeah, eventually they'll be chopped. It's just
exactly.
A prediction from Capture Age.
So otherwise, there's not really much happening. And Vivi so fast up to Castle Age in the background, considering his fairly early feudal age.
Yeah, he's done a good job of adjusting, reading the game, and adapting. But when you consider that he's 2 villages ahead and has wheelbarrow, his time is really good.
Yes, for sure.
Like, look, he clicked up 1 minute later than MBL, but he's going up with 2 extra villages and wheelbarrow, which is essentially 5 villages worth of population.
Right, and like
that would take. How long would that take? That would take 2.5 minutes. So Vivi is ahead economically right now.
Well, yeah, because remember the Chinese bonus gives him 1.5 vills.
Yeah,
basically. And so basically, as soon as Vivi hits Castle Age, that will be the difference between them. But as you say, he's probably about 3 vills ahead, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
2.5, 3
Very
vills,
solid.
which is very good for him.
Right, MBL's up.
I'm thinking
I see a TC already,
he's
2
got
TCs.
2 TCs, and he's also made a couple of Eagle Warriors, but not really done any upgrades. No upgrades whatsoever for them. So he's not planning on being aggressive. He's probably going to make these Eagles roam around, try to pick off any stray skirmishes, stray archers.
Well, this is actually the first game we've seen where both players have played so defensively and passively.
And yeah. Every other game, someone's been going forwards.
With a Trush or Castle or anything. Yeah. But, I'm worried for Vivi here because he's going Skirm into
Against
Eagles, which
yeah.
is not good. And also, he's not able to get onto gold. Onto stone.
Elite skirmisher? Like, really? Eagles? Why would you do that?
Well, he was probably expecting archers, wasn't he?
Yeah, but like...
Cancel Elite Skirm
Well, I guess
now.
to be honest, seeing 3 Eagles doesn't mean that he's not doing archers.
Oh, true.
Right? Because Eagles aren't that expensive. Yeah, the gold cost is pretty steep, but you can still afford to make a couple of them. So, maybe he's thinking he still might... Okay, no, he has cancelled Elite Skirm.
Yep.
And drop in the stable to get some knights out. But, he's going to make knights to counter the Eagles, and there's...
Who knows? MBL will be coming across the map with 10 pikes in a minute.
He's not going to have anything, really. Just boom, right? Defensive monastery, a couple of Eagles at home, and a couple of militia just scouting the map.
I like that, though. He's done the monastery because he's like, I'm going to show Fat Dragon my Eagles. He's going to react with knights, and I'll have a monastery ready.
And he saw the stable as well.
Yeah.
So he knows that that's happening. And he also sees this TC. He's in... I think MBL's in a solid position here.
Look at the score difference as well. It's insane. Is that a 4 TC? It is.
That is a 4 TC. That is. And he's already, 6, 7 fills ahead.
Yeah. He just got his boom on that much faster. And with that 4 TC as well, he'll stay ahead.
He's adding a 4th as Vivi as a 3rd.
Yeah. It's very, very good.
Going to keep his lead, increase it as well. And I think a lot of the score lead is probably map scouting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a big difference,
a lot more of this bottom side.
It would be interesting if we could maybe have like a scouting percent on the overlay. I don't know. Because it's always like an important thing when you consider the score. Like how much of the score is down to scouting and how much is down to...
Is that in any of the tabs?
I don't know.
No, it is not. Whoops, I just turned off the minimap. Let's not do that.
Gold per minute, wood per minute, food per minute.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
Cool.
I didn't know that was there. So you can see how many resources they're gathering.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. Is that more or less useful than how many resources they actually have?
Less useful.
I think so.
You want to see what they have available.
Right.
But it's interesting to check this to see who's ahead economically. You can say you can look at what they're focusing, right?
Yeah.
Like if you see one player's focusing more on food and gold, then you're like, well, they're probably going to go into knights or something.
That's true. And I think this would have been really good last game to see the effect the Slavish farmers have.
Slavish farmers. Yeah, we would have been
They're
able
like
to
lavish,
see that.
but Slavish.
Yeah, the lavish Slavish farmers. But we do see the attempted forward from Fat Dragon here, and MBL's of course scouted that. He's not upgraded to regular Eagle Warrior. They still make Eagle Scouts, but he does have 3 monks, which is enough. And is that a second
barracks?
Barracks, okay.
I would expect to see a siege workshop fairly soon as well.
Basically, Vivi wants to punish MBL for playing so defensively here.
Well,
but he's going to have a hard time with it.
Yeah, the pressure's on him to do that because, MBL's roughly 10 vills ahead at this stage. 3rd barracks coming up as well, getting +1 armor. I assume he's going to research Eagle Warrior soon.
Oh, and Trummy brings up a good point. Like using that gold, food, and wood per minute thing, a good way to see how much impact a raid is having.
That's a good shout. Yeah, because you can see how many villages are idle. Like before the raid, there's 300 food per minute, and then during the raid it's down to 200 because they're all idle, moving to the TC.
Yeah,
interesting. Asdif 23211. The villager count is here on the left-hand side. 63 vills to 59, 17 to 15 military, and then the total pop is just here. And we see, this actually could be a threatening army. Like I think actually getting Elite Skirm or at least Bodkin Arrow. Or fletching.
I don't know.
He's got fletching.
Maybe if you can pick off the monks with them.
I'm thinking, get Bodkin Arrow, just that +1 range to maybe snipe off some monks here and there.
Perhaps.
Could help out.
We are seeing Eagle Warrior now being researched.
And Squires. That's nice.
And he's got a very good army here, with potential to do damage. If he can pick off the Mangonel, then he can stall Fat Dragon significantly.
Look at all these
look at
monk
the
converts
converts. Oh, there you go.
Gets
That's
2 instantly.
And he gets the
Switching to
mangonel.
the side.
Very nice.
Gets the mangonel so
then
easily.
turns it around as the knights come back in. 2 more conversions, perhaps.
Trying. No.
So close.
But you can see that they're still attempting to convert. So if they come back in line of sight,
yeah,
they
can
keep
continue
their
carry
conversion.
on, basically. And no, they're
Okay,
going to
now
back.
it's decided to go back.
Still, though, 2 conversions and denying the mangonel. Oh, wow.
Oh, the militias are still
It's
getting
going
in.
clubbing.
Oh, I love that.
Lovely stuff.
If anyone's a Zero Empires sub, Wallow Club.
I don't think anyone's a sub anymore.
I think I
Maybe
might.
Badrang is. Badrang can put a Wallow Club in the chat. But, yeah, I mean, Vivi's still sort of trapped outside of MBL's base. He's massing up more units.
He's trying to roam around at the Knights, but there's nothing he can really do at the moment. On the
That's
side,
tough.
yep, just deleting the Knight is never going to kill a monk. Or at least he might kill 1 monk and then get converted, which is still
Oh, look
a
how
good
many
trade.
eagles he has. That's good.
And we're about to see 2 mangonels here.
Oh, worst
and there's
timing
no
ever,
HP.
maybe?
There's no HP upgrades.
Oh, but they might get some conversions before they go down.
1 convert for 4.
A little bit
That's
disappointing.
good. And all these mangonel shots on these eagles, they've got such a low HP compared to knights.
Yeah, that's true. But they're also killing some knights as well. I think he killed a couple of his own there. And now MBL is free from the shackles of the fat dragon. And he's going to try and push out across the map. Good job by him. He is behind in KD, but
Well, right, his units
it's
is cheaper.
expected. Yeah.
Right. Knights are more expensive and they're better units than eagles, 1 for 1. So it makes sense to have a higher KD. And just more stables coming up at home, but we see
I
like
honestly
the
think
villager
that's the
difference.
best way to do that, to deal with this. Just more knights.
Well, it's the only thing he can really do.
Yeah.
Like it's too late to start switching into mass expos. So he is forced to make as many knights as he can, and then MBL will do the reverse and keep adding more and more and more eagles, and some monks as well. But like to be honest, the surprising thing is that MBL isn't more vills ahead. Like 10 minutes ago we said he's about 10 villages ahead. He's adding an extra TCs. He should keep growing, and he's still 10 vills ahead.
Yeah, that's true. Although that might change now as you just raid this stone mine a little bit on
true.
the front.
That's true. He's got to get some vills here.
Uncontested. And Badrang's like flat dragon. I guess that's what you would call fat dragon if he gets hit by a mangonel.
Yeah. Or
Flat dragon.
just got flattened by a pile of rocks that came out of the middle of nowhere.
What do you call fat dragon before you take him home from IKEA?
Flat pack
Flat
dragon?
dragon. Sorry. Oh, anyway, MBL keeping up the pressure, and he's just flooding the eagles across the map, and it's just overwhelming now. He's 20 military versus 4, and is that a forward castle?
That is a forward castle.
Yeah, I think it is.
It's going to come down here. It doesn't really impact Vivi that much. Like, it denies the stone, but that's not that
and
important.
the gold. It gets that gold there.
Like, again, he's not on the gold now, but this is just like a long-term dominating castle. Like, it just secures space. Once he gets Imp, which he's about to click up, by the way, he's going to have Tread production, even Kameyuks to help counter.
Oh, yes.
all these
Kameyuks would be
knights.
beautiful. And vision as well. Like, just everything, as well as the extra damage of any units that run past. Past. Honestly, it's very good for MBL right now. I mean, he isn't trading effectively, I guess, but it's okay because, as you say, his units are cheaper, and the most important thing right now is he's keeping the momentum on his side.
Right, he just needs to keep Vivi's numbers down.
Yeah.
Once he masses, 20, 25 knights, then it becomes a problem. But if he's only got 10 knights like this,
Ooh.
not even 10 knights, then it's, he can kill some stuff, but it's not a big deal. But oh boy,
Nicely done.
all the vills coming forward to drop the watchtower to try to deny
I think he'll
it.
get the castle up. I don't think he can stop that fast enough.
No,
There's
I
too
don't
many
think so.
vills, and the villagers reacting are too far away. So that castle's going up right there. I'm telling you.
The tower might still get up, but it's not going to complete anything. Because, the castle's 100% going up.
Yeah, and even if it gets up, I mean, it's not going to kill the tower anyway because it's next to it. But
the villagers can get out
kill
and build
some
back the
vills.
tower, right?
Yeah. And 2 vills immediately going down for Fat Dragon there. The Knight's going to be taking a lot of damage. There's the first Kameyuk coming out, as well as a couple of conversions coming in potentially here. One gets converted, another one being targeted now. That gets converted as well. And there's the GG from the Fat Dragon. MBL now pulling ahead to 4-2.
4-2. So if this was a best of 7, he would have won, but it is play all 7 games, so there will be the final one to decide who gets that last.
Yeah, so
$40.
he gets it. And Vivi could obviously earn himself a little bit of money and sort of redeem himself. A 4-3 doesn't sound as bad as a 5-2. and he can see what he can do in the final game here. But that game, I'm telling you, Incas are insane. They're so good.
Well,
I think MBL played it right as well.
I feel like Vivi also didn't play perfectly. Like the 24 villager, 25 pop feudal age. It's Chinese. Just seems odd, right? Like if MBL had gone for man at arm towers, which is something that Incas can do really well.
Yeah.
Right. How is he going to defend that when he hit feudal age at 11 minutes?
Yeah, that's true.
Right. Like I feel like he had a bad start. He did get lamed.
Yeah, he did get lamed,
by the way. So I guess that impacts it a little bit, but like I was still far too slow to feudal age. I think. Like if we don't switch it, look at the actual feudal time. Take a look at the achievements up here.
Yep.
Right, feudal time 13:05. He's only 2 minutes slower, and he's doing a straight fast castle with walls. Well, Drush fast castle, but the Drush didn't really do that much.
And Vivi followed him up quite quickly, to be honest, which worked well.
But like he sort of did a little bit of both. Like he made a lot of skirms, thought about getting upgrades for them. Then he made a lot of knights, got some upgrades for them. Then he went forward to the siege, but also made TCs, right? He was sort of doing a little bit of everything. Whereas MBL is just, I'm just going to drop TCs, get vills going, and then I'll make some army to defend whatever you have.
Yeah.
So,
and he really got his eco going quickly. We saw a huge amount of investment into his eco, and the double walls and just a couple of monks to defend. It was more than enough to store Fat Dragon long enough.
For sure. And like we see like food and gold, which are like the two most important resources for being active on the map. Oh, the game may have just started.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, I got kicked from the game. Oops.
Whoops. Sorry, guys. We were too busy looking at the game, and they started a little bit too quickly for us.
The next game's already begun, and we didn't even manage to finish reviewing the last one. But that's just the way it goes sometimes.
Players are just really, really active. They want to get straight into it. And here we go. The poll has started. Who do you think is going to win this last final game?
Make sure to fix your game speed before we go into the game.
Good shout.
Just wait a second, Ham. And actually, the game's paused, so once it what? Come on. We go into the game.
We
and
rushed out of the
it.
last game to get into this.
Come on. That's annoying, but oh well. Welcome back, everyone. This is the final game now. And we have MBL to the south of the map. Playing in the blue, he's going to be playing as the Slavs. And then up to the north of the map in the red, it's Vivi. This time is the Celts. Nothing new here. We've seen both of these civs before.
But we saw them at very different stages, right? We saw Celts in the very first game, and we saw Slavs around game 5 or so. And then now they're both coming back for the final game. And I feel like Celts as the final civ for Vivi. Does he really have faith in the Celts being able to drag him back into it?
Why not? MBL won with the Celts in game 1.
Maybe he can do it too.
Yeah, I think it was game 1.
It was game 1.
Yeah. So seeing them at the opposite end of the event, and looks like the chat's looking pretty even with the voting as well.
It's dead on 50-50 at the moment.
50-50. Number 1 to vote for MBL in the chat. Number 2 to vote for Vivi in the chat. You can vote now, and it will update on this screen, and we'll leave that open for a minute before it closes. And I think that's a really cool little poll system. It looks really beautiful, actually.
Yeah, it's nice. It's got nice little scroll work sort of things in the corners.
Yeah, it's very nice. Looking at the map then, Vivi's map at the north of the map.
I think it's mostly pretty good. The only problems he might have is wood, right? He's got the big back gold, main gold at the back here. He's got the 2 back stones. His berries are not ideal, but like that's fine. Berries are gone pretty quickly in the game. Forward extra golds, minor problem.
Robo. Just because he's Chinese doesn't mean he's going to have problems with his wood. Why would you say that?
Zach, come on, bro. That's not appropriate. Okay. I should say he might have problem with his thickness of the wood.
No,
I don't think I can say that either.
No, just look. His wood lines are a little bit all over the place, and it's a little bit awkward for him to chop the wood safely.
Okay. Right.
The front of his base is incredibly open.
But there are lots of wood lines and cliffs that he can use to wall up if he wanted to go for that.
Yeah. They're just a lot further away, and walling them safely is going to be hard, right?
For sure. And then back to the other side, we'll take a look at MBL's map, and that is, I think, fairly similar in terms of map balance. He's got the back gold, back stone, his wood lines are also 50-50. He's got the back ones and he's got the front ones that aren't too ideal. And again, he has quite some big walls as well if he wants to full wall. So I think this is probably the most balanced map.
Yeah, but
we've seen so far
I
today.
don't really like where MBL is chopping the wood here, for example, right? Like, it's really far away. And because of the hill and stuff, it's going to get kind of awkward and inefficient, and it might be difficult to wall them in if anything comes in here. And if he walls out to the cliffs on the right side, he's walling so far out.
Well, that is a true point. I'll give you that. But is the front one really any safer when it can just get easily towered?
Yeah, not much. Not much. I mean, I'm just saying in general, like, his wood lines aren't great either. They're kind of quite far away.
True.
But MBL favored in the poll at the moment, 52.4% of the votes. But it was close. I think this series has been close. I know it's 4-2 right now, and if MBL does win this game, it would be a 5-2. But I do think it has overall been quite close.
It definitely has. And we'll just have to see. Like, both players actually this game pushing in some of their deer. No sort of laming attempts whatsoever, which I feel like is a bit of a change of pace. Like all the other games, someone has really tried to lame. Or
I guess it's the final game now. You know,
you want to win fair.
You got to win the last game, and you know, don't want to take any unnecessary risks, perhaps. But yeah, I do think that MBL's map perhaps a little better at the moment.
I think slightly better, but there's not much in it.
There isn't a lot in it. I just don't like how open the right side of Vivi's base is.
Yeah, that is definitely a problem. But most of his eco is going to be on the left-hand side, right?
Should be
like
sort of at
the gold at the back, the woods at the back, some walls around this way, then like box it in towards the TC.
So both players are going to sort of clash. The scouts are going to see each other, and I guess if MBL, I think who's got the first hit?
Vivi.
Should be MBL, right?
Yeah, MBL got the first hit. There's a villager coming in though to maybe try to sway the fight.
Oh yeah.
Is she going to get there in time?
She is.
And it ends up as all equal. They're both on 18 HP, as we can nicely see here, thanks to Capture Age.
Yeah.
And then now they're going to go their own separate ways
I'm
again.
just theory crafting here. I think MBL got the first hit because Fat Dragon's scout was running away, so he had to turn around. And in the time it took him to turn around, MBL could hit first, even if it's a fraction of a second. Is that maybe it? Oh, look at this. He's going to try and lame the boar. Oh. If only you didn't get into a scout fight, you could have stole it.
That's true. So does Vivi see
Vivi
this?
Does not have loom, so he is about to be met.
MBL's scout, though, is not in the ideal position for a lame, because like Vivi should see this and be like, okay, well, I'm
just fight it, right?
Yeah, he's going to do something to not lure the boar instantly. But if MBL, just sat a couple of tiles to the side and then just runs in, then he could have done some laming attempts if he wanted to.
But he's actually just not going to get anything out of it, and Vivi will do loom to be safe. But it should be fine now anyway. Vivi here getting that second boar, even if it is a little bit later, it's no problem.
And
it's
dropping down his barracks, looking like we're possibly going to see, man-at-arms from Vivi just clicking up to feudal now. Yeah. Whereas from MBL, again, we're seeing the Drush. Drush and lots of walls.
Yeah.
It's like he's trying to take us back to, 2013 and make Drush FC the meta again.
Well, I think so. And also, I think he's trying to just take advantage, the maximum advantage of the Slavic farms as possible.
Right.
Do the Drush, pressure his opponent, keep him in his base a bit, and then fast castle off the back of it. And I'm guessing he's going to try and fast castle off the back of this. He's not up to feudal yet, and he's on 24 vils. So he should be adding a couple more and then go up perhaps, or maybe not. He's going up on 24. So it won't be a Drush FC. I don't think he can FC off this. No chance. Not on 24
If it's stolen the
vils.
boar, maybe, but definitely not without the boar. So he's just doing a Drush into a flush. Maybe get man-at-arms as well, possibly, if his militia is still alive.
Yeah, man-at-arms could be on the way. And we'll see here. This isn't too bad. I mean, Vivi here won't exactly be against, like, a fast castle Slav player who's just going to be farming like crazy, and you're just not going to catch up economically. So that's probably a good thing for Vivi.
And we see the 4 man-at-arms coming out from Vivi here.
Oh, yes.
So once he gets man-at-arm coming right now, instantly queues it up. And now MBL just has to take the fight before the man-at-arm upgrade comes in.
Absolutely. Otherwise, you'll just get chipped away at as he runs away.
And just try to deal as much damage as he can. And remember, he's against Celts. He can't run away. They're always going to catch up.
Exactly. easy for Vivi there.
Right.
And Men-at-Arms is going to come in as well, and it's going to allow him to counter-attack quite nicely. I love the addition of that 4th Men-at-Arms or 4th Militia, keeping 3 Militia alive. And look at the walls from MBL. They are huge.
Oh, yeah.
They are really, really huge. And that's a lot of resources. I mean, could you select all the walls and see how much... like, if you just select all the walls up here, just for example...
Can I double-click? There we are.
Hey, you can see how many wall pieces he's made.
50 wall pieces. That's
And then you can
100
type...
wood.
Exactly. That's actually really cool. You can know exactly how much they've spent on walls. That's really nice.
Yeah.
And you can see their total HP as well. 12,500 health. Not bad.
Not that that matters, but yeah, it's there. Woo.
Cool that he's built exactly 50 as well.
Yep. And, Drush into scouts.
Okay.
That's something you don't
He definitely
see.
wanted to keep that hidden in the back, but
Yeah.
that scout got in there and saw it.
But yeah, that's not really a common strategy very often because, Drush, you're spending food, and then you have to spend a lot more food as soon as you get up to feudal age on scouts. I guess the Slav farm bonus, you can get there and help afford that, but you know your opponent's making Man-at-Arms. It's possible that he's going to make some spearmen, send them forward to help out.
Yep.
Are scouts really the best play?
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? I mean, also, you've got to keep in mind that Fat Dragon's got time to wall this up while he's trying to deal with this and build up his scout numbers as well.
Oh, yeah.
So by the time he counterattacks, he's actually going to be walled. And then the scouts are even more useless because they're not going to get in.
Wonder, what's up with this weird
I actually have
dip in the
no
wall?
idea.
Why not just a straight wall?
We've been questioning the walling choices a lot today,
Yeah.
Robo. At this point, I think we're best just to drop
leave
it
it
and
and
just accept
Yep.
it for what it is. Maybe he didn't scout it and he had to build that around his fog of war. I don't know. It's super weird.
It doesn't make any sense.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe he's trying to build a star fort later and wants it to look pretty.
Oh,
Who
yeah.
knows?
That's a good shout. Everyone loves a pretty looking wall.
Funnels the enemies into the no. It doesn't do anything. It's really a weird wall. But yeah,
Preparing to
scouts
take a
actually
fight.
That's interesting. You don't normally see that. Normally the scouts just try and counterattack, but this time he's actually going to try and take out the men-at-arms and immediately have to run away because there's spears.
Yeah, well, I think 'cause normally when you do a man-at-arm play, you tend to send one spearman forward if you're
Right.
able to,
But you
just
can
to
do
prevent
that, I
this.
guess. So
Yeah, and because there weren't the early spearmen, he decided, try to pick them up as quickly as possible for the least cost before there's any spears assisting. But back home, though, Vivi, straight with the market, straight with the blacksmith. He's already got 600 food, nearly 200 gold. He's thinking of just going straight up to FC behind this to follow up.
yeah, and I do wonder, if Vivi goes up faster than MBL. You're
no.
kidding me.
Oh,
He didn't finish his wall.
Vivi!
Oh, I was about to say, does that just, give Vivi a huge advantage? And
Oh,
I think
no.
the answer is yes, but no, because...
He's got the gold. He can go up to castle now,
Oh,
but
God, he's going to lose a Vil there. I can't believe... What a costly mistake. I cannot believe he left that open. And such a weird wall, too. You can't explain that.
oh no, and all this wood line. Even if he doesn't lose another villager, just the idle time. But there
He
is
did
another
lose
one. He's
another
2
one.
vills down. He is up to castle age, but
More Vil's going to die, Robo. That's not the
another
end
one
of it.
down. There's one spearman, but the spearman's walking the wrong way. Oh, now he's back.
Can he get focused? One scout down, and MBL's going to go up to the hill, takes down the scout, goes for another villager. This is going to cost him 4 or 5 Vils by the end of this.
Oh, slight spoiler. There's a slight spoiler in the chat.
Where? What?
Somebody just hosted us
Oh, wow. Okay.
who was playing in this game.
Oh, my goodness. Right. Oh, wow. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
Thanks, MBL.
thanks,
you
MBL. Good
dick.
job.
No, thanks for
Oh.
the host, though, and
Yeah.
welcome from MBL's stream. Well, there you go. I didn't expect him to call the GG that soon. I was like, geez, MBL must be we must be really far behind or
Yeah,
something.
right. Like somehow the game's just playing slowly, but nope.
Yeah. That's enough for Vivi to call. I guess he's feeling perhaps a little demotivated.
Did he deliberately deleted his TC
He must
in
have
these
deleted
villages,
his
right?
TC on purpose. It's the only... I mean... Is there a chance he deleted his TC by mistake?
Why would you have been deleting villages?
No way. I think he did that
He deleted the TC. It's just
to just because he could.
yeah.
I don't think that's why. But then again, it is kind of a weird thing to call GG now. I mean, I guess he did lose 5 vills. It's looking pretty bad, right? And maybe he's feeling a bit demotivated after being 4-2. And I don't know, he's against the Slavs and he's not up to castle yet. But yeah, I don't think he deleted the TC by mistake. I just can't see that happening. But pretty unfortunate for Vivi there in the end, leaving that hole in the wall. It's so true, though, you know? Holes cost games,
exactly,
man.
Right? Like, if those 2 pieces being walled, none of those vills would have died. He would have got to Castle Age safely, been just fine. He would have been, a minute and a half, 2 minutes faster than MBL.
Yeah. I mean, how many games have we seen? Even in the ECLs, we saw so many games where a hole in the wall had cost a game. I think Suomi lost a game because of a hole on Rubenstock or something. It's just so wrong. It shouldn't happen, but it does happen. It happens way too often.
For sure. And a funny thing there at the end, MBL was making militia. So maybe he was thinking that...
Wait, what?
In his barracks,
he's
queuing up militia. So maybe he was thinking...
He was adding a second barracks as well. I think he wanted to meme.
I think he was expecting, Celts, he's going to do the same thing that I did in game 1. Pikes and siege. Longswords...
Yeah. We've seen it before.
Yeah,
it
can work.
Absolutely wouldn't count that out. But there you go. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in and enjoying this series with us. MBL 5-2 against Vivi. Thank you to, what's his name again? He's gone. Who sponsored this? What was his name?
Hold on. Give me 1 second.
I
feel bad for not...
Yeah, I know. But he was in the game room earlier. Now he's gone. I was going to read his name out. But Robo will find it.
I'll find it. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, Robo's going to figure it out. Don't worry. But congrats to MBL. He wins $40 per game, so that's $200 for the 5 wins.
$200 for MBL, and then $80 to the Fat Dragon for his 2 wins.
The one and only.
This show match was sponsored by Irene AoE, who wants to basically just see show matches featuring Vivi. He asked first of all for Viper versus Vivi. Viper's moving house at the moment, and he's not really in shape to play games. And then he's like, okay, well, MBL, can you get an MBL? I'm like, yeah, we can get MBL.
Sure, why not?
We'll do that.
Well, there you go. So thank you very much, guys. And thanks to the Capture Age team for allowing us to use Capture Age just a little bit earlier, just so we can cast this. It's due for release tonight, I think.
Yeah, it was supposed to go public at 18 GMT.
Yeah.
I said, well, we're starting at 16 GMT for the show match. Is it okay if we
have it
start 2 hours early?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, that's fine, no worries. Because, they're awesome people.
Yep. There's currently a poll in the chat as well. Who would you like to see in the next show match? 1 for the Viper. Wait, what? Oh, wait, that's 1 for Viper versus Max, 2 for Doubt versus Fire, 3 for Vivi versus Max, 4 for Nikov versus Doubt, and 5 for another option.
That's interesting. But first of all, thank you, Badrang, for donating $100.
Oh my god,
There's a message, but I can't actually read it because it's too far away from my monitor.
He said, thank you all so much for all the entertainment you provide. Your channel and your chat is wonderful. Let's keep working to make this community bigger and better. Well, thank you, Badrang. Really appreciate that. And we will absolutely try and do that. We've got a lot of things planned. We've got a lot of things in the works. And we're really hoping that in the next month, we'll be able to make some announcements about what they are all about. And I'm not going to stop talking there before I get accused of announcing announcements. But
it's too late. You've already announced the announcements.
It's the time to say that things are coming. And we've got a lot of things planned for the channel